Hello and welcome back, everybody. It's been a hot minute since we've last done one of these episodes, but we finally made it to episode 20.
That must be
Bang.
Today we will not have Felix due to the fact that Juice is currently away on vacation. So for the meantime, it will just be Adrian, Fletcher, Rakia, and the one who cloaks. So without any further ado, we shall get back into it with a tiny little recap. Last episode, we saw our intrepid contestants go off and find exactly who this person may be to heal Adrian's wound. After finding out that the wound is of a spiritual nature, it was eventually healed by a man named Redoran Suzaku, claiming to be one of the top 4 guardians of the entirety of the northern region of the land of the sunken moon. You're still pretty much on day 1 here. You've just finished up talking with him. He said that his price was you guys sparring with him. It went a little south, of which that you guys completely annihilated him after he did say, "Hit me with everything you got, do not hold anything back." He was defeated in less than 30 seconds, and Adrian was able to bring him back from either death or the brink of death, as none of you were entirely too sure yet at the time. However, this is not the only thing that had happened. Felix had taken Tendra to go see the head of one of the other 4 clans, the Orochi clan head, known as Gregory Orochi. After speaking with him for a bit, he did say that Tendra and Felix were allowed to stay there for as long as she would like, and Felix basically took that offer as well, up until that they found out that a wasp power user suddenly screamed out that they wanted to go to the Suzaku estate, which, upon following Felix and Tendra, eventually found out why this particular individual wanted to, and it revealed in front of everyone, including Adrian and Adriana, that this was the only last remaining family member they had from the Hive, Zachariah W. Crawford. The only other thing that you pretty much discovered about him before the session ended is that he is of a bloodline. He was given a Gemini power, meaning that he has both of the different halves of the Wasp power, both the female Wasp and the male Wasp abilities, meaning that he has the ability that usually the Paladin rank is given to. Now we come back to you guys. You have been walking towards the Orochi Palace. You guys, it's going to take about another 5, maybe 10 minutes before you get there. So you have some time to either look around as you're passing by the town, or the main part of the capital, or you can just continue walking on, have some character stuff. I'm going to let you get on with that. As it is sort of like the sun is about to start going down. It's not dark yet, but it is starting to get dimmer. It is sort of summery. So it's still nice and warm out, despite the actual sun coming down and everything. Zachariah stated that you should be allowed into the Orochi palace, or the Orochi estate. But yeah, so we now come back to the rest of you guys. Felix being a rather quiet, Tendra, her arms crossed, not looking very happy about the situation of having to, having to walk with you guys. But she's walking ahead of pretty much everyone.
I'm just sort of making a point, of, not talking to Tendra. I'm just I've got my, Rakia's gonna put our arms around Adrian and Adriana, just sort of a friendly girl cuddle.
Okay.
Say that was weird, huh? That was strange. And it just see. I'm glad everything's back to normal. Or as normal as it can be.
Right. Yes. Adriana looking still rather shooken about everything that has just transpired.
Adrian just remains seemingly in kind of the deep thought that has arisen there for most of the day.
Well, you two are sort of like, walking, on either side of the head grip of Rakia. Rakia takes a little look at her band.
Sorry, do you have the actual written number? I think I might still have it.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do have the written number of what points I got.
To make sure that I have it as well, is it...
Yeah.
I have to have a look at it. Oh, no, I don't have it. I know I don't have it because I still got 101. So, what is your current pointage?
No, because I wrote this down. When you told me.
Yeah.
It's 3,972 points on the band.
There we go, 3,972. What is your maximum health and vitality? Just to make sure that I've definitely got that.
Maximum health is 185, and maximum vitality is 58.
Nice. Fletcher, max health, vitality?
Max health is 131.
Okay.
And vitality is 43.
Nice. Adrian?
Max health is... It will load.
Cloak, what is your maximum health?
Yeah, hang on, I was just gonna...
I think a drum roll, Sam.
Yeah,
I like
load everything else but that.
But at the minute I've got 143 and 41.
Okay, 143
Ooh, that's a lot.
and 41. Yep.
Finally, it's loaded.
Okay, what is it?
140 and 39.
140 and 39. Nice. No longer at that pesky 64 that you were placed at due to your injury.
Yes.
There we go. Lovely.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, yes, Raki, you have 3,971.
No, it's 72, sorry.
72, yeah. Adriana does actually take notice of this and say, Rakia, you have more points now.
Rakia starts making Rakia noises. Fletcher!
So
Fletcher, they're back!
So that means that even though that you didn't fight someone who's a contestant, you're still able to get points. So it turns out that is true.
I'm assuming I can see the number from here.
Yes, yeah.
It's all well and good to be excited over some points, but I think you're pretty far off the amount you need to win.
Well, yes, but look how much of points I've got right now!
I don't know if you've noticed, but we're gaining points at a much slower rate than when we were actually in the tournament.
Well, yes, but a few things have happened since then, Cloak.
I haven't gained any points since we left, and I still have more than you.
Not to be a downer or anything, but I think I might know why. Based on what I've seen from the rest of you, you happen to be fighting a lot of people defensively. You only fight people because you get attacked, whereas in a tournament you were fighting because that was what you expected. You haven't gone out of your way to attack anyone since the tournament. I'd argue that yes, although Adrian, sister, you indeed did go after Simikael but that was only one, and you did in fact lose that one. So perhaps maybe it's because that you're being a lot more evasive and defensive to combat.
I was rather saving myself for when we got here.
Also, those points, they seem rather, low, if you ask me. I mean, after all, Suzaku may have been defeated quite easily by you, but he's not exactly a slouch. And what worries me is he's one of the 4 strongest in this entire country. The fact that you were able to defeat him so easily, that should potentially draw some nasty, well, attention. But even more so, you should have gained at least almost 10 times that amount of points, minimum.
It's just not fair.
Is there any impact that you think it might be as far as being, I don't know, viewed as a training session?
I mean, I don't know many of the rules of your tournament. I've seen a few fights. I don't really fully understand the way that the point system works. I've heard that some of them state that it's because of their strength or their ability shown in the fight. So perhaps maybe it was a percentage of his power, and because that he didn't get to really use anything, perhaps he was holding back. I don't know.
Just like Irakia puts her fist on her hand, sort of make a noise, as if she's got something. Maybe it's because Cloak, you nullified him. He only had a few
hasn't
powers.
affected the points before.
Perhaps not.
Maybe it's affecting it now.
Then again, has it affected the points because of the bands? Remember, Suzaku doesn't have a band.
Yeah, because most of the time we were fighting someone who was nullified, he also had a band.
The only other person that I can think who did fight you that you beat recently was that card thrower on the ship. I saw that fight.
Oh yeah, that douche.
He didn't have a band until he defeated one of you. And then after he was defeated, the band was taken off of him. So perhaps maybe points are generated a little bit more specifically when you're fighting someone who hasn't got them. I heard a rumour that if you fight someone who actually has a real-life bounty, then that can actually be something. So perhaps villains or monsters or something like that, that could actually be something. But perhaps maybe if you were actually to defeat him when he shows off some of his best performance, or even at the very least when he actually knows that it's supposed to be a real fight, maybe he gets to give you more points? I'm not entirely sure how it works myself.
I do look forward to our next chance to do another round of sparring.
Perhaps.
You're with the Orochi clan, aren't you? Deep in with them.
Yes, for the last year and a half they took me in, trained me. I've been doing all sorts of different things. Master Pops has been helping us. He was the one who decided to keep me, and he placed me under Master Hornet. I've been training under him for the last year and a half, but yes, I have been with the Orochi clan. I'm not fully indoctrinated into them, but
I don't suppose that we could train with us. They can train with us. Maybe teach us some soul punching techniques.
he looks at you rather confusingly, but also his eyes light up, and then suddenly the confusion comes in. I don't see why not. I mean, if Pops likes you, then I'm sure that he'd be more than happy to take every one of us in. He's very kind and he's firm but fair. I think he'd be more than happy to take you in.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good. See, because we got a. Well, it's those soul punching things. They scare me. That was a close one.
He's just looking at you a little bit more confused, like, what? Soul punching. Soul punching.
Well, you know, the thing that nearly killed Adrian. She got punched in the soul, apparently.
I'm gonna say, I think Fletcher, you can roll world knowledge. Cloak, you can roll. I mean,
world... Cloak's already been through all this with in his head. I mean, I think I got the roll a while ago as well.
Yeah, no, to be fair, you know exactly what they're talking about, to be fair. Yeah, so, I mean, it's up to you if you want to actually say anything or not. Fletcher, you have no idea. Adrian, you've never heard of it before, so this wouldn't be something for you. Cloak, it's up to you if you want to tag in.
I mean, Cloak is kind of looking awkwardly off to the side.
Oh,
I wish to roll perception to notice this.
Yes, yeah, go for it. Do you notice Cloak looking awkwardly? A 13, yeah. You notice that Cloak is not giving eye contact to anyone in the group after, like, almost immediately after the questions of soul punching came up.
Racer, do you have any insight in the soul punching, since it seems most of it has originated from the land of the sunken moon? Have you heard of anything?
I've heard nothing of soul punching.
Perhaps.
Ridiculous.
Perhaps you mean spiritual attacks. Although soul punching isn't exactly one way that I've ever heard it been called. Not entirely wrong. Rakaya?
Rakia. It's pronounced Rakia.
Oh, sorry. Willpower techniques are actually something that I personally have learnt from the Orochi clan myself. So, perhaps they... Well, no, they definitely could teach you. Two of the best teachers of willpower are both Pops and Master Hornet. So, either of them could teach you a few things. I'm sure that they could also help you, Adrian, as well.
They could.
You begin getting to the sort of the outskirts of the Orochi Plaza as you sort of coming up to the gates. You then just sort of like everyone roll me a perception. You can either roll me perception or instinct if you have it.
Perception.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't have instinct yet.
Instinct.
20, baby.
Nice.
16.
It's weird considering she's daydreaming.
Actually, Rakia got 14. Cloak got 16.
Oh, whoops, sorry, my bad. My bad. 14.
And Fletcher, yeah, you're not really
30.
noticing anything.
2 berries.
Two berries. Adrian, you're the first one to notice this. You notice that someone is sort of leaning against like the top part of this outer wall, just near the gate. Cloak, you sense them, and then Rakia, you sort of see like a sort of a silhouette, but you're not really don't really notice it too much. You sort of know that it's there. If it moved, you'd be 100% aware of it. But at the moment, it hasn't moved.
But the 20, they look like they're about to attack, or are they just curious about us?
It looks like they are standing. It looks like they are standing at the top of this, at the top of this wall. The wall is no higher than about 4 meters high. But yeah, like it looks like as if this person. You can definitely tell it's someone relatively quite largely built. Mostly muscle, sort of longish white hair. They're sort of just like staring directly at you.
Did I want to try and usher the group forwards as if nothing is happening, because I assume I can see, like, maybe Adrian and Rakia sort of stop a second to look around because they feel like something's off.
Yeah.
You can tell that Adrian's head is tilted towards this direction. Rakia hasn't yet.
Okay. Can I just, I guess try and persuade the group to continue moving forwards normally.
Fair enough.
It's like, okay, I'll hurry up. Hold on, just hold your horses.
You then hear just like a voice. Hold it.
Who said that?
Is that noise?
Fletcher can't see where this is coming from. However, the other three of you know immediately where this is coming from. You see this large, bulky guy just standing again on the top of this thing, leaning up against like the top part of the gate, just sort of 4 meters off the ground, just leaning with one arm and one leg, sort of like dangling down, but the other two sort of like well stead on the top part of this gate, standing on the wall. Miss Tendra Grom and Mr. Fatigue, the two of you are cordially invited to join us. However, the rest of you, I'm going to have a few words before you're allowed anywhere near this place.
What?
Tendra just goes, oh no, but the group is... I'm not even going to pretend. Come on, Phoenix. He then just sort of walks in, sort of like, doesn't make eye contact with any of the rest of the team, but you can tell he's like, okay, but, sorry guys, and he just sort of sneaks on in.
That's totally fine.
Take care, Felix!
Felix just
Is
waves
he
at
anyway?
you, and then just goes in. The gates close behind him. So, sorry, Cloak, what were you saying?
I suppose I'll kind of stand there and make a statement. That's totally fine. We're busy anyway. I think we should head elsewhere.
He then drops down.
What?
And then you hear this massive thud.
What the hell? Oh.
Okay. Right, let's start this interesting union here. My name is Rudder. I'm one of the 8 heads of the family here. Zachariah. This your family? He just looks... Yes. They are. I'd like you to meet my sisters. Adriana Z. Crawford and Adrienne B. Crawford. Correct?
Is my name.
He then slowly walks over to the two of you. This guy is about 6 feet. He's just chunky muscle. Looks over at you and just like his face is almost directly on yours as he's just looking you up and down.
what way is he looking at me? Can I ask?
What do you mean?
Because of is he like sizing me up for a fight, or just wondering why half of my shirt is gone and I'm showing off my belly button?
Roll me an insight. In fact, everyone can roll me an insight.
Yeah, sure.
Because I keep forgetting that like half my shirt is gone.
Yeah. Showing off your wasp abs. Well, human abs.
Ooh.
Wow, we're doing really well.
Did me?
Oh, I'm doing well. I've got
Rakia-
29.
Rakia, you're the only one who can sense the actual true nature of why he's doing this, and we'll come back to that in a second. Every one of you guys, there is like a large tension right now, because you don't know what he's doing, whether he's looking at Adrian and Adriana in a specific way. He's looking up and down at you. It looks like as if he's very confused, to be honest. Adrian, it looks as though he's looking at you like either a piece of meat or some kind of like basically like as if you're like some kind of an anomaly that you even exist. Like a genuine confusion on his face. The best that you can interpret is that it looks as though he's staring at you like as if you shouldn't be alive. When he then looks at your sister, if for some reason that face looks a lot more threatening when it's now pointed at someone else, especially your sister. Rakia, you can tell exactly what this is. He is sizing Adrian up, potentially for a fight, but there's something else behind it.
Ooh. You know, Raki are going to be very cautious about what happens next.
So, that's interesting. So, if I'm getting this right, you, as he then takes his finger from pointing in front of Adriana's face and then moves it over to your face, Adrian, must be the big, bad, and scary paladin that the subnet has been talking all about.
They do like to talk on that.
True. But I've seen some of your fights. Yeah, you didn't win all of them, but gosh darn it, which ones that you did, it was almost like an art form. So, what brings you here?
What was the creature called again?
The Yurikiri?
Oh, that's what it was, yeah. We're here for the Yurikiri.
Well, you're on the wrong location. First off, it's in the southern region. You're a little far away from that. Second,
It's made abundantly clear.
why exactly did you come all this way just to fight a myth and a legend of a creature that may or may not exist?
Looks
Points,
to Rat,
mainly. Well, you see, the thing is, you know, when we were in the tournament, we were going to have a beast battle, and well, we couldn't have the beast battles because they've
He puts his hand in
decided
front
to.
of your face, still without looking at you at all, not even for a second.
Can I help you?
He then, all fingers except from his index finger lowers, just to sort of symbolise the sort of shush motion. He then brings his hand back and then places it in front of his own mouth. Takes one deep inhale and then sighs. So, you've come here to fight monsters because that was one of the tournament's special rounds. You came here for that.
It also seems like a nice place. You know, it's got a beach. It's not cold.
Yes. It is quite true.
Tell
I
me.
figured if we...
And one of our members is also from here. We thought he might give us a little insight into the culture.
Still staring, like squaring off with Adrian. So, let me get this straight. You came here because you wanted to fight a monster so that you could complete one of these silly notions of completion. So that you could fight a big bad monster and take that off the bucket list.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
No other reason. Not a single one. You can't even think of one right now. A good reason as to why to stay in this country?
Well, I mean...
Learn a few new techniques.
Not a
Armed
single...
with great warriors.
Not a single one.
Well,
Does it matter? I mean, we're traveling.
I have spoken many times to all sorts of people who have come here. You know one thing that I've never heard? Not sure. You have spoken in
now
a
you
great
have.
deal. He then grabs Adrian by the scuff of what is left of their collar. But you, little bee, little wasp, insect, you can't think of a single reason why you'd want to be here?
you better put her down right now. We've already gone through so much trouble today. And it's very late.
Rakia,
So,
stop. He's one of the heads. If you attack him right now, we could be in a lot of trouble. Oh, Zachariah! You've finally spoken up about this piece of trash you call family. They abandoned you. They didn't even come looking for you. They didn't know that I was even alive. We'll get to that in a second. You finally find out that he's alive, and what do you say to me? Nothing. Well, big bad paladin, you and I are gonna go around. Ricky Victo if you really feel like it. But here's the deal. You ain't getting into the Arachi family like this. If you want our facilities, then you're gonna have to act like as if you give a damn, because let me tell you now, you do not want us as enemies. And you've already made a pretty big list. You don't want to make it any bigger. So you and me, right here, right now.
I'd rather not.
It doesn't matter about what you'd rather do.
I attempt something.
Go for it.
Attempt my new ability.
Your new
I'm
ability.
going to attempt the Emissary of Hell.
what?
Like
What?
Captain Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Sorry,
Listen.
excuse me? Excuse me?
Okay,
Well, it
shit.
feels anyway.
Okay. He just looks at...
Pretty much, you just kind of says you don't want to do that.
Oh, but I think I do. You see, there's something been bothering me about this. You know, the kid, he came here a year and a half, almost beaten and bloody, damn near dead at our doorstep, and we took him in. We helped him, healed him, nurtured him, and nursed him back to health. And do you know what? He spent the last year and a half struggling to survive. He got triumph through struggle and struggled to triumph, but when he finally did, he worth every single ounce of all the cells in his body. His determination is more than I've ever seen in a long time. And do you know what he said to me? We gave him a chance to change his name, to become one of us and indoctrinate him truly into our people. And do you know what he said to us? The Crawford family name is more important than any treasure in the world. What a complete and total disgrace. He built you up like some kind of legend, and all I'm seeing now is garbage. So you better live up to something, Adrian Crawford. Because I'm about to ask you one last time. Ricky Victo. Or get the hell off of here. What do you decide?
I'm going to look to the rest of the crowd to see
It's
what they think.
I'd say Rakia's just going, kick his Adrian!
Is Ricky Victo the one to death, or is it Ricky Victo?
Victo is victory. Vitae is life.
Okay, I was correct.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
You got this one, Adrian.
Adrian lets out a sigh and gives a nod.
You're some kind of sad sight. Nothing like what I was hoping. But a yes is a yes, I guess. What? He throws you.
Okay.
I'm not going to roll for it. I don't know how you'd like to react to this. If you even
Well,
want
I shall
to
see what he rolls first.
Okay.
I attempt to transform into my hybrid mode and float before I fall to the ground.
You can, however, your SP requirement has to beat his.
And so may I.
So it is, maybe, yeah.
Yay!
Ooh.
By 1 point.
I'll allow it. Yep. As you fly back and you're about to hit a wall, wings sprout out from your back, and then you just fly as you're like just hovering a few inches away from from the wall.
Wow.
You're now about 5 meters away from him.
I'm going to get out my stinger blade, I guess.
Okay. So as I said, you're in hybrid mode at the moment.
Yeah.
Two berries.
I mean, it still works. It still works.
Take a shot.
I should have
Take
drank
a
this
shot.
today.
Take a shot. It's Sunday. Take a shot.
Let's see,
It
what
is
have I got
Lord's
left?
Day.
Oh, dark chocolate tequila. Why not?
Oh, sweet. I can't believe you
Dark
have
chocolate
that.
tequila?
That's
Yeah,
that's
That
delicious.
sounds awful.
No, it sounds
Hey,
great.
I've had that. Yeah, I've had that. That's
It
delicious.
sounds like liquid heartburn.
Yeah, it's great. It's
Nice
like
enough.
it's sort of like, I don't really know how to describe it. It is like coffee grounds mixed with like loads of sugar to me, and I love it.
Weird.
At least the one I had.
Anyway, so yeah, you've got a stinger blade out. Which arm?
Right arm.
Right
I
arm.
went down the wrong way.
Oof.
Brilliant.
Great start.
Okay, so
Oh, okay, better.
you've so you've got that again. You're 5 meters away.
5 meters away from him.
Yeah, 5 meters away from him.
I'm going to. What? Actually, how far? Yes, see something. I'm going to attempt to send him 100 meters down into the ground.
How so? Are you gonna be using your?
Oh, just structure.
Okay.
A 19. What's a 19? 19 is 2 times, so 20 meters down.
Okay. It swallows up a hole only large enough for him to specifically fit into it. As you sort of break it down, as it then just falls down. I will roll the damage, because obviously falling damage is incorporated into this. I think it's 4d6s, because that's 20 meters, did you say?
Yeah.
No, it'd be 15, because you're 5 meters away from him.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 3d6s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's acceptable.
Okay. So, he's now in a pit. That is the end of your turn, since you had the single load one. Now just getting his sheet up. Oh, goody! My iPad that I've been using is doing the thing again where it doesn't want to work.
Yeah, when that happens.
Yeah, it's just not responding to any touch commands. There we go. Okay.
Does 3d6 count as 2 berries?
3 berries.
I mean, technically, because it was only a 2.
Yeah. Okay, no, I won't.
No, they're shot. No, they're shot.
We won't count it. We only have natural 2 berries here. Not collective 2 berries.
It's only shots that are rolled.
Wait, is that like is this a drinking game now? Is it like every time it's
I mean, just for Connor. Literally just for Connor.
Okay,
Connor's the only one that's followed the rules.
Because I hate myself.
Yes. Right. So he grabs onto the inside of this and just immediately pulls himself out with a single like grab and just yeeting himself out as he stands on the edge of the hole that has just now been made behind him. As he now just rushes towards you and attempts to attack you with a punch.
Falco.
Okay. I'm going to and in front of me become watery, so he'll slip down into it.
Okay.
Sink into it. Depending on how far I can make it.
Oh, hell.
What's a 29? How much is a 29?
I think that would be 10. I think that's 10 times. I think
5 times.
because because 29 is above 25, so 25 would have made it 10 times, wouldn't it?
It is, yeah. So 10 times, so about 100 meters down.
Yeah. Okay. Since it's point blank, you fall in with him because you're no longer flying because you have to be touching the ground to do so.
No. I didn't know what. No, whenever he's running towards me, it's like a 10-meter distance. He's just kind of water then.
Yeah, you still have.
Front of me.
You still have to touch the substance.
But I can, I don't have to touch. But yeah, but I have thingy. Remember?
What thingy?
I have activity.
Yeah, but it was connecting you to the ground.
It was connecting you to the ground.
But not like the ground in front of me, not with me in it, because I'm not dumb. I wouldn't make myself fall into a 100-foot pit.
Okay, so how wide are you making this, first of all? In front of you?
We'll say about 5 meters. But whenever he's running towards me, you have to fall into it.
Okay, in that case, Rakia...
Oh, so you make a moat around you.
Rakia, Adriana, Zachariah, and Fletcher all now have to make rolls against this.
Like a 5-meter walkway. By a square.
Sam, you seem to be making a lot of these changes.
But I did, like I said, I was making it in front of me.
Yeah, in front of you, yes, but you're saying that it's a whole... Yeah. I said how wide is it, not how long is it. And you said 5 meters wide, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean... I thought you meant how long. 5, width-wise... I don't know. Half a meter? Pretty much enough to get him into it.
Right, okay. The next time you state something, if you miss out a specification, I'm just going to take my understanding.
Next time I'll know to be very specific.
Well, yes, because you need to be with this. This is a very specific ability. Otherwise, you drown everyone. Okay, so if it's half of a meter, okay, so he'll slip under. If you're making it 5 meters long, then that will be. So he starts slipping into it as you just basically see an entire ditch. Like a mudslide ditch suddenly appear where he's running as he then just slips into it and just dips into it. Okay. It is now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use. I'm just going to make him sink further down.
Okay. Okay, with that, you can make him sink down almost the full 100, I think.
Yes.
You can make him
No,
sink down...
only 50. Thank 20.
Oh, sorry, I'm adding his move speed with this, though. So that's 70 in total.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's now 70 meters down. Is that all you're doing for the rest of this?
I mean, it could make it solid again.
I do have to just quickly roll something just to see. Okay, never mind. So, as you're trying to make it sink down, you suddenly, like, everyone now suddenly feels this weird rumbling as just boosh, a big splash of this mud flies up as, like, 2 energy beams either side of this guy from his hands launch him out like as if he's Iron Man, as he then, like, just lands next to, he just basically lands next to the mudslide, fires off a beam at Adrian, dealing 2d8 of damage. This is energy, so you will take that damage.
I'm going to roll another power I have.
What is it?
Performance
before?
trade. You can't hurt me.
Oh, this is the one where you can only activate it when you take damage, and you pretend that as if it didn't hurt you.
That didn't hurt.
Okay, so he now believes that didn't hurt you.
Yes.
Okay, right. 6 points. I mean, that's fair enough.
That is a cool
considering.
ability, actually.
Yeah, considering it was only 6 points anyway. So.
6 points was pretty much nothing.
Let's hope he doesn't have anything stronger.
As it's now his turn. I thought I was a goner twice in a row there. Alright. That's impressive. But why don't you, stop messing around and actually start trying to fight me? Seems as though that you're only trying to use things around you to just slightly slow me down a bit. Nah, it doesn't matter. Eventually I'll make it hard enough that you'll want to start taking this seriously. As he then rushes towards you.
Okay. Need to see what he rolls first. Okay, what's he trying to do?
Again, just like left hook you this time.
Okay. He's gonna left hook me. I'm going to. I'm gonna try and parry it. Why not?
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, actually, I literally cannot parry that. Actually, so instead, I'm gonna let him punch me, and when he punches me, I'm going to dissolve his hand.
You'll have to roll me SP first.
SPMA.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
Fails anyway. Never mind.
Okay, boosh! He hits you in the face, and this actually, like as he hits you in the face, he actually drives your head into the wall behind you.
Okay.
The damage he deals is. I actually have it somewhere. Where is it?
Shot. Take a shot.
Cheers.
Oh shoot! The 2 berries. Yeah. Okay.
Berries.
You honestly
Cheers,
don't
everyone.
have to. You don't have to.
I will probably stop at a certain point.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's
moly.
your resistance?
16.
16. Okay. We're taking.
Wait. No, that did hurt.
Yep. Also, I think that ability's a new skill, so you can't do it again.
Can I not?
No, new skill. You can only do it once per short rest. So now he thinks that energy attack didn't do anything to you, but he now has hit you with this. Which has dealt 23 points of damage. And you are now stuck in the wall head first.
Okay.
No.
It is now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm just going to biostructure him, using the ground around him to hopefully try and piss him off. Let him stop this stupid fight.
So what's this again, sorry? You're rolling...
Biostructure.
Biostructure. Okay, so you're trying to deal damage to him, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the most... So I already know what the answer is, but what's the most, like, painful bit to be ripped apart on the human body? Rim.
Probably behind his knees. Behind his knees, maybe.
Yeah,
Behind his knees, yes. I'll do it behind his left knee.
Okay.
Rip that bit to shreds.
I'll roll his.
Whoa.
It doesn't cause an injury, and it doesn't do double damage. However, the one that you did does do double damage, so instead what I mean is, it doesn't do an injury, and it doesn't do quad damage, so still roll 2d10s of damage. I was trying to see if he could reactively punch you whilst he's getting hit by this.
No, 2d10s. Not 2d20, Sam.
I just realised I actually haven't got the feed for the thing up. There we go. Bosh. Okay, so 8 points of damage. Yep.
Points of unblockable damage.
Yep.
The best kind.
Yep. As I said, 8 points of damage. As it's now his turn. He basically just grabs your legs, and he begins attempting to like pull you out of the wall. So this is a grapple roll. Do you wish to try and react to this, or do you want to try and react to the thing that he's going to do afterwards?
Back to what he's going to do afterwards, because he's pulling me out of the rubble. Yeah, he's pulling me out of the rubble.
Okay. He then goes in to attempt to slam you into the ground again.
Okay.
So he pulls you out of the rubble. He's still got you by the legs, and now he's just like throwing you over his head and then trying to smash you into the ground. How would you like to react?
Part of me wants to try and do like some kind of weird wrestling recovery thing, but I might just make his legs fall into the sand. Whenever he tries to do it, he'll be like pulling himself backwards. Get my meaning?
And he's already pulled you out of the rubble, so that bit's too late. He's now spun around and now he's now slamming you down. Again, like you said that you wanted to react to a second bit. This is the
what I mean. Him slamming me down.
I mean, you can attempt to reactively roll it to structure so that he falls in.
Hey!
I think that happens, Joe.
Well, my question is, since you specified it's under him, so as soon as you touch the ground, it then goes under him.
I just do it through him.
Okay.
Activity. Remember, if he's touching me, I can touch the ground.
That's weird the way that you said it, but yes, I understood what you mean. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so his legs go under, so now so basically as he's about to slam you, his legs go under. However, he still slams you down to the ground. So I still have to roll this damage, which is 4d6 plus 12. So he does. I think that's only.
6.
I think that's. Yeah, I was going to say. I think that's only 6 points of damage. So it puts you up to 35 damage. There you go. Okay, there we go. Yep. So now he's waist deep in this stuff. You're now lying down, prone on the ground.
And make him fall as far as I can make him fall.
Okay. I want to point out he's still holding onto your legs.
Well,
Damn.
You both go under.
I mean, one thing for at least I'll land on top of him.
Fair enough. So, are you making this? Are you making this liquidy, or are you making this a genuine pitfall now?
Genuine pitfall.
Okay.
Is there any chance I could push him off me while I'm doing this?
You didn't specify that until.
Like, considering you said I was
so...
prone, I assumed he let go of me.
No.
Should have been more specific, Joe. Should have been more specific. They're still holding me, Joe, when you say you're prone on the ground.
Since that's a natural 20, that means that you definitely get the 100 meters clear fall. So that means that the both of you are now falling 100 meters. Due to the speed of falling, he is still allowed to do something at this moment. So I'll count this as technically his go. So you're also allowed to react to if he does something. What he's doing now is he's now trying to grab you. So he's still got hold of one of your legs. He's now trying to pull you towards him closer, so that he can use you as the shield for this. So at this point, this is a grapple or labor wrestling match to see if he lands first and he is your cushion, or you land first as his cushion. So what would you like to roll? I say it's labor or grappling. If there are any other ways that you think that you could get out of it, I'm also fine with seeing how exactly you think that you can get out of this one.
He's grabbing my leg, isn't he?
He's grabbing your leg, and he's now sort of trying to. Well, he's grabbing your leg, and he's now sort of grabbing your shoulder because he's trying to like correct.
Going to break his hands off of me using structure.
Okay.
So that they. If I can. Nope.
No. As he does so, he then turns around, and you both slam into the ground.
That was like 100 meters, though, man.
100 meters, which.
A lot of damage.
Does someone want to do the math for me real quick there?
Oh my god, if he dies here, I swear to fucking god, I just
I'm gonna
know.
die from that.
I doubt so. So, it's divide by 5.
It's 10d12, isn't it?
It's 20. It's 20d6s, so it's 10d12s. Yeah.
I think I'm still at the point that if I were to get maximum damage,
even if it's somehow got.
I'm still alive.
Okay, so that minus the 16, obviously, so that's what, 84 minus the 16, that's 68. So you're taking 68 points of damage. How many times does that break your vitality by? Is that 1? Or 1.
60 what?
5. No, it's not. Oh, it's exactly double, which means. Oh, okay, no, you got. Wait. It goes 1, 1.5, and then 2, isn't it? Because I think it's 20 for 2 now.
I don't know. What's the damage do you say it was because of my armor?
It's 68.
I've got 39, so yeah, it would be twice actually. No, wait, but no, it would be for twice. It'd be 70 something.
Yes, you're right. Yep. So it's only 1.5. Yes. So yeah, no, it is 15. Yeah. The roll requirement is 15. Yep. So that was
you trying to make me feel because of bad math.
Not at all.
My bad math.
Okay, so plus 35. So yeah, you've taken 103 damage overall throughout this fight. As you're slammed into the ground, it's just this horrible rupturing noise of the of the earth around you in this pit. As you are now prone yet again, and he is now on top of you. As it is your turn.
Can I just do a can Rekia just do a fake, punch him?
Ineligible.
Yes.
Punch him! Can't hear me over the massive pit. It's just during this time this crash. He then he's sort of getting up
Still, you take any damage?
Not at all. It seems as though you were his entire cushion. It's because that the roll that I got is 11 higher than yours. If it was only a 5 or something, I would have genuinely had it that the both of you take damage equal, and then whatever. If it was if it was 5 or above, it would have been he took half, you took the full load, and then if he only just slightly got enough, it was going to be. Oh no, it was always going to be half. Sorry, but yeah, either way.
Hey, guys, while they're down there, couldn't we just walk past?
We can't just leave them there. What if Adrian gets hurt again?
It's for victory, not life, so I think he'll, well, I
I-
think Adrian will
Do you
be
remember the
fine.
last time he
I
went
just
to
fixed myself.
victory?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I just fix myself?
Is that what you want to do?
84 damage?
Doing this? Yeah. Do you wanna roll structure? You only have one token left, by the way.
What I mean? Well,
Hey,
I damaged
Damn.
the shit out of myself before I saved myself.
Yep. So basically,
You just realized that's
blood
how many points is
explosion.
that?
Blood
20.
explosion, and then just as you're now back, you are healed back from that. So I now have to take off the 84 from that. So take away 84.
Whoa!
And
Yeah, that's a lot
Never
of money.
mind.
12. Trying to figure out how much 20s are I've got, because I got two 20s there. So it's 130 and 130, I think. So 260? I think.
Yeah, what's that, sorry?
260 for you. It's the
I don't
XP.
remember what
thing.
XP I got. 260 altogether.
Okay, so take away the 84 from the amount of damage you took. Okay, so you're now back down to 39 damage in total. You have now been healed from that. By the way, do you have SPMA at maximum?
Yep.
Then yeah, no, you do. Yeah, you do.
Don't worry.
Yeah. As you explode and re-implode back onto yourself with all of your body now fixed to the point of which that you are back up again to a certain degree. You still haven't moved. You're still in the same position, but now your body is fixed. This guy is just looking at you like, okay, that's pretty impressive, but come on, I want to see that paladin mode of yours. Show it to me!
Oh.
What?
I said no. Are you going to attack, or are we going to be finished with this?
I don't think you understand what's going on
Dad,
here.
are you going to attack, or are we going to be finished with this?
Well, we're gonna kill all of the fun, I guess. He then clenches his fist. I must roll something.
Okay.
Okay. As his fist is clenched, you hear and see steam coming off of it. As you hear this humming noise.
Is he doing a lightsaber?
His hand is glowing a weird, radiant, white-hot glow.
No.
Adrian, I was really hoping that you'd be showing me something a little bit more than this pathetic attempt. I really wanted to see that beautiful, powerful mode of yours one time before you die. Oh well, see ya! As he then goes to throw his punch.
Okay.
How would you like to react? I mean, you only have to beat an 18.
I'm just going to encase him in the wall of dirt now.
Okay.
Fuck him.
Come on.
How many
Whoa!
now?
You
Funny.
Another 106, another 130 points.
Jeez.
You should have made it rock instead of dirt.
No, like the rock. I mean, like he's on whatever's around me.
So, it's up to you. You can either state that it's the full...
Compressed 100 meters of dirt.
So it's up to you. You can either state that it's you're underneath him anyway. So if you do that, then that's fine. But obviously, it'll be that thing of you'll fill him in, but then you'll also be stuck there as well. I was actually going to say it's up to you if you want this to be an actual defensive wall. Actually, no, it was a natural 20. Never mind. Because I was going to say his punch versus your damage, but no. Yeah, straight up, you just in case him. But you're still underneath him.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's your turn. As you just hear a slight muffled, "Ooh!"
I'm just gonna kind of gently bring myself upwards, like to the left of him, and then upwards.
Okay, how are you doing so? Are you breaking it down and tunneling it?
Yeah, more or less. I'm bringing it down and then raising myself up through it.
Again, you can't manipulate it that way, so the way that you do it is you break it down first, so you make a tunnel, which the tunnel can be, based on that 15, I think it can be twice your range, so it can be 20 meters.
Yeah, I'll break to the left of me, nowhere near him, going to break about... But so I can begin making myself back up again.
Okay, so you break that down. Are you going to walk, or are you going to then re-roll to restructure it so that then it pushes you that way?
Yeah, still, I could just fly.
Yeah, but you'd have to roll SP nonetheless to activate flight. It's only a 10. There you go.
Yeah,
there we go.
I do that.
So you break. So again, you're 100 meters down. So are you making it sort of a diagonal line so that again it doesn't go anywhere near him? Yeah. Okay. So you make 20 minutes. So you've gotten about 20 meters away from him so far. I will now attempt to roll something. See if this works.
Sorry, this isn't a very interesting fight, everybody. But
I actually kind of like this. Oh shoot.
Oh whoa.
he beat my natural
kidding?
20 to a 15.
He doesn't have to beat it, dude. It's environmental now. Like,
Yeah.
He only had to beat it in the reaction course. Like at this point, it doesn't matter what it was. As you suddenly hear like this horrible shaking noise, you just hear boom, boom, as then the tunnel behind you collapses, and you just see him burst out from a hole right next to you, as he's now just directly beneath you. Fight me, you coward! As it's now your turn.
Guess what's happening to him? He's being put in the ground again.
Ah!
Yeah, he's being
Two
put in the ground again.
berries. Oh no, it's not two berries. It's 5 berries.
It is.
No, there's 2 berries for me.
I don't know.
Berries.
I actually don't know what happened to it.
It's success beats. It's the fighter beats thing in this case, doesn't it?
No,
That's what Kane told me anyway.
Not necessarily, because this ability isn't evasive. I've done something wrong. I have to re-roll it. It's not with a plus 12, it's with a plus 10, this roll.
Oh, because you're gonna get better now.
You know what? I will be nice. I won't re-roll it then.
15.
Yeah, so that's a 15, yeah. So he just gets encased again. But this time it's just directly... So basically, he's now just encased again. It's now... it's still your turn, because obviously that wasn't an attack. So you still have 1 turn left.
You know what I might... I think... I want to show off my new ability, if I can actually roll for it.
Another new ability.
It's 26. I might...
DJ Crawford, another one.
No,
Really,
I
two
know.
berries again.
I just make another hole upwards and continue.
No, you do not. You specified what you were trying to do? No.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I just stand there like an idiot.
Okay.
God damn, these 2 berries.
Okay, that just about works for what I need. And he breaks out
okay,
again
I'm done.
and again attempts to swat for you again this time. Again, his arm glowing with that radiance. It's lighting up the tunnel at this point.
Can we see that?
Yeah.
No, they're like 90 or 80 meters underground.
Hey,
Like, you can
Yeah,
feel
fair.
it, but that's
To be
it.
fair, this is a different hole as well. So the hole that actually they're
Yeah.
seeing down is not the hole that we're traveling up now.
They're literally like, there's nothing. There's no light anywhere from any location. Yeah, he hits you. I have to... Yeah, I'll roll it here in this, because I think I've still got it printed. There we go.
Can I ask? Because I feel that Emissary fell, can I roll it again?
It's a new skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it failed to
Didn't
act.
work.
It failed to
Failed to
activate. Okay, yeah, no, yes, but not right now. He hits you in the center of your body, and you take 65 points of damage from this attack.
Soul punching.
Not even close. This doesn't feel the same as it did last time. This just straight up burns. This hurts much worse than you've ever been hurt before, because this burn doesn't feel like a fire.
Okay, well,
It's the energy.
I'm going to try and heal that.
Okay.
Bro,
That
you haven't got
that
any more
has-
tokens, mate.
Oh, all you get is literally all you get is a 2.
Yeah, but you then need to get another one.
No.
And
No,
obviously,
No to
hang on. Before we go to this, you need to roll me a fortitude or survival first, because that broke your vitality. That was 1.5. That was 1.5, so that does deal an injury. Which deals +4. So you now have an energy burn of a +4 weakness.
Okay.
+4 energy burn.
How long has it been since they've been underground?
It's been about a minute or two. I want to point out, by the way, you guys are sitting there, just like you feel like these horrible shock waves through the ground, and you're just like, you have no idea what to do. And I want to point out that like Zachariah is just like he is just sweating. You can see him visibly sweating.
I'm going to heal myself up again.
Roll for it.
Oh,
This time,
God.
you'll need to also roll me a Constitution roll. So is it when you get
Please.
is it double damage when you get 15, or is it double damage when you get 20?
Oh, no.
It's double damage if I roll a 1, I think. Whoever rolls con. And actually, wait, what's it say?
No. I'm talking about the mass one, because you also get double damage when you do mass as well.
Oh. So usually kills men of at least 2 times the original amount they can deal 2 times damage. Whatever that means. I don't actually know what that means. I'm assuming... I don't know, actually. What does that mean?
So when does it state when you get 20 or above, the user is able to...
No, it just says... Power range decreased now by... Increased to 10 times the original race, and if the user controls a minimum of at least 2 times their original amount, they can deal 2 times damage.
What's the raw requirement for 2 times the original amount?
15.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means that you would also be doing 2 times damage to yourself, and that would mean 4 times. Roll 40 and this is also going to cause an injury. Okay. The injury that has caused as well. Also, it would be if it's 15, 10, under 10 by 5, so it's under 5. So that's 3, so that's then 6, then 8, then 10, so it's a D10.
Okay, can I roll to fix that?
Hang on a sec. Okay, so that's 18 plus 5, so that's 23. Okay, no, I think you're safe.
23. I fix all that. That mattered nothing.
Yep. Okay, so that plus the. However, you heal.
The damage I did and the last damage I took.
As you burst yourself open and then reconstruct yourself, the burn and the pain from the strike is still there. You have not healed the strike from the previous attack, as the burn is not fixable via structure.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Not again. Oh.
As he just looks at you and just like, that little trick is impressive, but I bet it didn't work against that, did it? I bet you're probably thinking, oh no, whatever is that? Maybe if I was just a little stronger, I might be able to beat him. Why don't you try it?
It's your turn.
I know. I'm just looking at an ability that I might be able to do.
Yeah.
He is going to attempt to... I'm not going to use that again. As he just basically...
He is annoying.
He just goes up for an uppercut.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna break his neck open. I'm gonna burst his neck.
Oh, okay.
You know, drowned in his own blood.
Is this injury or damage?
Injury. He's annoying me now.
Okay.
I've tried to tell him many times to stop fighting me. He doesn't seem to understand that.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh my god, this fucking guy.
It just,
damn it,
it
man.
just turns to damage. Roll 2d20s. Sorry, 2d10s. 2d20s, jeez. Roll 2d10s, because obviously you got the 2 times damage up. Yep, okay. Nice. You see him hurt in his neck? Like, he just sort of grabs it like, ah! And he just looks up at you and is like, oh, so that's what that is. You're breaking me. Well, you're trying anyway. It is now
My
your
turn?
turn. Yep.
Area of hell.
I want to point out it is now dark. His fist is no longer glowing, so it is pitch black.
Keep me even more terrifying.
Emissary of Hell, is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you have to stop this now, or I do have to hurt you. Permanently
Okay.
so.
He
Damn it!
does not care. He does not care. He's like, that's what I want! He is hyper than ever. He wants this to go down. And he's like, the craziest thing is, you can't see him, but that voice is just ricocheting off of these cold stone, gravelly walls around you, and it is actually almost oppositely terrifying. It's actually, you're trying to be the intimidator, you are almost the intimidated. You have 1 action left.
Just mince him. Just mince him. You know you can.
I know, but I'm trying to go for a character arc, Alex.
No, fuck the character.
Fuck it, I'm gonna break his neck again.
How is this not a character arc moment? If he forces you into this, at this point you know that there is no other way but to do it.
2 bears.
Neck. One to drown and die.
No, come on, dude.
Okay,
Just punch him.
You hit him, he hits you. I'll roll for the con again.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, there's a lot of 2 berries today.
Oh, damn. He does in fact take that injury. He does also hit you though. So I'll roll the damage. You also roll your damage.
No, I don't think I'll take any
Does he?
shot.
Actually, is that 40 tens? Because the thing he rolled a natural 1.
You were trying to cause injury though, so no. So actually it doesn't. So I have to roll the damage, not you. Okay, so either way, he deals. How much is that?
17.
Yep. Okay. So I'll just get rid of your damage roll because obviously this is pure injury, so this actually has nothing to do with that. And you said that you were trying to cause an injury to his neck, yeah?
And we'll hopefully either stop fighting or we'll, go unconscious.
Okay, so the roll that you got was 17. He got a natural 1. That would put him in that.
Fatal moments.
I don't think it will put him in fatal moments due to the difference, but it will double whatever the difference is. So it's 15, 10, 5, and then under 5. So that would be 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's 2d12s. So that's 2d12s of damage for the next 2d12 minutes if he survives that long. So that's 19 points of damage as it rips open his neck and throat. which puts him up by that much. So that's damn okay.
Is he still breathing?
I will say he also has to roll endurance every time now because he can't breathe.
Wait.
So let's put it this way: if the blood doesn't get him, the constant. Actually, I just remembered. No, it's a natural 1. It doesn't put him into fatal moments, but what it does do, it doesn't have a time limit. So that 13 means nothing. He's just going to keep taking that damage unless if he can either heal it or stop it. Because it's an injury that can't. It's an injury that can't just stop. It's not like a cut. It's like a genuine burst of his entire neck. Yeah. Okay.
Can you guys see what's going on down there?
You were expecting this nightmare fuel today, were you?
Yeah.
So
Adrian's not fighting like himself. Normally he would be all about this one-on-one.
You just can't see this.
Yeah.
No, but
so
what we've seen so
you've
far.
got a giant pit. It's like, she doesn't normally do pits.
So obviously you guys can't see Adrian. You can feel the ruckus in the ground, but what you did see is you didn't see Adrian start in Paladin mode, Knight mode, or anything like that. Adrian is on the defensive and using more of their environmental manipulation abilities. That's still cause for concern, I guess.
So I'm just looking at Adrian and saying, I know we were on the boat last time. Has Adrian done this before?
You're going to have to be more specific.
Well, does she normally create pits on land for fighting? I haven't seen her do that when she was on the island with us.
I've never seen her use this ability or this strategy. I knew that she could do this, but she's never used it for fighting before. Perhaps she's changing it up a bit.
Maybe.
Roll me an insight, the two of you, if not the three of you, if Cloak is all that concerned about what Adriana just said.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
He doesn't have anything better to think about right now.
Fair enough. I'll say Cloak and Rakia definitely have this. Fletcher, you haven't really got the nuance of this, but Adriana seems a little concerned. She's almost saying, oh, maybe this is a new strategy because she never got the chance to. She's saying it hopingly. Like a fleeting hope. That something may or may not be wrong. As for Zachariah, he's just standing there Okay. We're not allowed to get involved with this, but we might want to start thinking about some things. Rudder does this sometimes. He usually is the character judge of all of the 8 heads. He usually tests people like this, but if he doesn't think Adrian passes, not only do we not have a roof, but Adrian might not come back from this if he really is displeased with her. And if we try to get involved, this will only make things worse.
Well, this is typically what Adrian wants. He never wants anyone to get involved with his fights.
Well, maybe she should.
If we do,
Goodness,
we'll put ourselves in danger and at risk. Breaking the Ritki Victo, especially from one of the 4 families, is the greatest dishonor.
I hope this isn't getting you into any bother in any way. Sorry, this just seems to happen wherever we go.
Adrian is my sister, and if she is in trouble, then I will still help her out, but I can't help her during this time, but I don't know what to say or do. As we now come back to the fighting. Adrian, I believe it is your turn?
No, I think I destroyed his neck.
Yes, it is his turn, yeah. Okay.
His turn to gargle and flail wildly and just say, no, stop.
No, please.
Actually,
Mercy.
Gotcha.
sounds like a surrender to me.
You then just hear him just go, gotcha. Whew! That was a close one. As you then just see, Nothing at all, actually. I just remembered that it is just pitch black. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything, except from him laughing. He was gurgling, but he's no longer gurgling whatsoever. Just quickly rolling this. Okay.
It's hardcore.
There we go, so that's that. And then...
I was not assuming telepathy.
Oh no, his I'll just say it this way. His speech is definitely heard by Adrian. Like, by Adrian's ears.
Ah.
I also have to do this real quick, take away that. Sorry, 15 take away 8. I'm not mad, it is 7, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
There we go.
You knew that.
Oh, damn it, I wasn't even looking at the at the roller, but it even says 5 and 2, which makes 7. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. That's my 2 berries moment, yeah.
God.
You hear some kind of like movement. Roll whatever you're gonna roll, but disadvantage.
Okay. Damn.
That's a
Up
no.
1.
As you get hit, which deals. Minus the 16, that's 9, I think.
Yes.
So you've taken another 9 points of damage. You're at 10 points of health left, by the way.
Okay.
As he like hits you in the face, you just feel this horrible brunt in in your face. As you just hear like, "Come on, kid. There's no way that you're gonna beat me without that mode of yours. So come on, give me all that you got. I'll even sit around and wait for you." It's now your turn.
A waste of my time to see if I could roll to see if he has healing factor, considering he's now able to speak.
You could roll power knowledge, I guess. It'd have to be a pretty damn high roll. I'm just going to say that. This isn't the full truth, but at the very least I can tell you this. He must have either not been affected by that attack, or he was, it just was able to be healed.
17. Okay.
So either he can heal it, or he was unaffected by it, but you don't know what his power is. Or even if that is in fact his power.
Just go to biostructure and close it. Just go to biostructure and farming some more.
Okay.
Yeah. 10.
I want to point out, the only reason that you're not rolling disadvantage at this point is because of the way that your power works with this. If you were throwing punches, then it would be disadvantage.
Yeah.
But
Go
yeah.
that.
Natural 1, so yeah, he gets hit by that. I now have to roll the con. It does not take the injury from that, but I'm assuming that you were doing damage, because you just said, I'm just doing biostructure. So,
Yep.
I think that's 2d10s. Yeah,
10.
nice. Okay. It's now his turn. I'm going to see if I can get this working. You suddenly see a bright white glow yet again as the entirety of this cave is illuminated yet again. You can now see him again, the white hair, the disgruntled face, blood all over his sort of like robe, like his sort of kimono-esque shirt, and his right arm is just from halfway up the forearm all the way to the tips of his knuckles. It is just glowing pure white. As he's looking at you, his neck has just got blood all over it, but it's perfectly fine. As he's looking at you, he then says, "I'm gonna give you one more chance. Final chance. Use that goddamn paladin mode. Or I hit you with everything I've got, and I swear to you, this ain't gonna end well for you, Crawford." How does Adrian respond?
And that is how Adrian responds.
Oh, what, just by saying nothing? He then looks at you and then just goes, "Fine. It doesn't matter. If you're not willing to take this seriously, I guess I'll have a go with your sister. She looks like she'll have a decent fight with me. Maybe she'll actually be able to take the brunt of this attack. Maybe she'll actually start, changing my opinion about your scummy little creatures that you call a family." I'm going to ask you to roll me nerve. I don't know if you're being incredibly quiet or your mic is working.
Quiet.
No, it is working. If you don't... I mean, Adrian is very much pissed at that comment, but it's an angry pissed. It's like the moment in the movies where say something and you anger them, but they're quietly angry.
That works. That really just gets your blood boiling. Like the fury and the rage. That is the end of his turn. It is the beginning of your turn. So you can still see in the cave. His arm is still glowing. It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Grab him.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to you. What's the word? What's the thing? What's it called? No. I attempt to. Sorry, my things are all buggering up on my screen.
What do you want to attempt to do?
Structure assimilate him.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
Oh, God.
Yeah, fair enough.
Structure the shit out of him.
Yep.
Structure assimilate the shit out of him.
Okay.
Okay, so I now have his powers.
Yep, roll damage.
What are his powers, can I ask?
Roll damage first.
I'm just giving me the extra points I now have.
So roll damage.
I know, give me a tech. Give me a tech.
Okay. Okay, so you got 15 extra auxiliary health.
What are his powers?
You have an extra amount of super strength flowing into you, about 6 points beyond that. So what's your current super strength at the moment?
The current super strength is...
Is it 4 or 5?
It is 4.
Okay, so you now have plus 10 super strength.
Whoa!
In what ligament?
Probably my arm.
Which arm?
My left arm.
Okay, left arm. Okay.
The arm that has the pincer still.
Oh, so your right arm then.
My right arm, aye.
Okay. So your arm is now coated in this stuff. It's now assimilated to this stuff. That arm will now not have the resistances of your wasp ability, but it does have the stinger sticking out of it, and it does have like enhanced super strength by an extra 6 dice up, so an extra d12 on top of whatever you're able to currently do. You also, if you attack with this, it now does plus 6 extra points onto super strength.
Okay, what are his other powers? The actually ones I wanted?
You're not entirely too sure. Because again, you don't gain access to the entire knowledge of his powers. You just...
You get access to his powers.
Yeah, but you don't...
I do need to kind of know what those are so I can use them.
No, but you don't know what they are. That's exactly it. You don't know how to access them.
Or amalgam.
User can also access any abilities or powers that the target has with auxiliary health as taken from the helm is still in the stockpile.
Yeah.
So yes, I can. I have access to them.
Yes, but you don't know what they are. That's my point. You haven't seen him do anything except from the energy thing, and that's it. Like the energy and super strength thing. You don't know what else he has. That's my point. Like, if they were automatic, or you saw him do anything, then you might be able to gain access to them. But you don't and you can't. That's the issue. You still have 1 action left. Actually, no, you don't, because that technically counts as an attack.
But no, it doesn't, because that was technically biostructure, technically, wasn't it? It was a biostructure move.
You're technically correct. The best kind of correct. Continue.
Well, I'm going to attempt to figure out what the powers are. What do I roll for that? I know what powers I have. I'm going to see if he has healing factor. I'm going to attempt to use healing factor.
Okay.
No.
Roll SP, I guess.
This is not the way.
Hey.
Okay.
This feels like it would break his code of ethics.
It does nothing. But you know that it has some kind of cellular regenerative abilities.
So, Rakia, how is your new arm feeling, by the way?
Oh, not too bad, you know. I don't really want to talk about it.
No worries. Just, it feels like it's... Normally one of them would have came up by now.
Okay. Look. They've been down there way too long. I say we try and at least help them. After all, if they have beaten each other senseless, they could be stuck underground. And let's be honest, neither of the two of them seem to have the ability to get out if they're unconscious.
Do you want me to go quickly check and just make sure they're still doing alright, since I can literally just go through the ground?
Ah, yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll do that and relay whatever I find out.
What is your move speed?
If I activate
Phase Swimmer,
it would be 6 onto 6, so 9. It would be plus 9, so 32.
Okay, so 32. Okay, so you'd be up to 32. So it'll take you about 2 of their turns for you to get fully down there.
Okay. What if I also activated?
I mean, you don't know that you don't know if it is or isn't actually an emergent situation. So you might as well just go down there anyway.
Fair enough.
You know. I did just realise one thing. Actually, no, we'll come to that later. All right, so you start popping down. Adrian, it is now this guy's turn. So you know that it has some kind of cellular regenerative abilities, but it doesn't seem to affect you. It seems to only regenerate and rejuvenate the auxiliary health, not you. I don't know if Sam's there or not.
I heard you. I heard.
Okay.
Heard the annoyance stuff. Yeah, that was
I'm trying to help you here, like you just.
I know what you're saying, but
I mean, it's not like he can hear you anyway.
I know.
His arm blows again and attempts to throw another punch. What would you like to do?
it's going to encase him again.
Okay.
Let's go. This is my yeah. I encase him.
Okay. It is now your turn.
Mouth into his lungs.
Sorry, say again.
I'm going to bring the dirt into his mouth and down into his lungs.
That'll require 2 separate SPs, so 1 to deconstruct it and 1 to then reconstruct it, attempting to go into him. Nice, okay.
Bro.
So, let's see what I've got.
Is this the sign of a more crueler Adrian?
I think so, to be honest.
It's the sign of an agent that is trying not to fight and just wanting this to be over. But has realized that this guy can revive him afterwards.
No, we can't.
Bro, you can't. You haven't got your tokens anymore.
He's still revive
So-
him.
Let's hit
I can just
him.
roll
As you do so, you break it out of break it around you in an attempt to do so. As he breaks out and hits you, you do actually hit him in the face, dealing damage to him, but he also hits you as well. Roll your structure damage, and I'm gonna roll my attack damage.
I really don't like this new character arc. I don't. I'm just gonna say this right now. I really don't. This ain't good.
By the
do
way,
not like it.
I apologise not for this attack.
Told you, just punch him. Just give him what he
Ah!
wants.
He has better rolls! He has a higher
He doesn't!
modifier!
You've been getting better rolls consistently, dude.
You literally do have a higher modifier.
Natural 20s. You have
It's
three
really not
natural
a fair
20s.
complaint
Oh my
this
gosh.
time.
Oh my gosh.
You had three
my
natural 20s in a row. All you have to do is
squandered them.
put Paladin mode. You could have blocked that with Paladin mode.
Squandered your rolls.
Yeah, I said, well, alright, you know what? I'm glad you're dead. I'm glad you're dead, Adrian.
Fortitude for
Goodbye.
Adrian, please. And also an endurance
All
from
this
Adrian
fucking
as well.
effort.
Okay.
All this effort to revive you.
Okay.
Well,
You know what?
I didn't ask for this fight. Why did he challenge me? I want to challenge any of the other ones. I don't know. I wonder why.
You wonder
This is
why.
ridiculous.
I wonder why, Joe.
You literally could have just gone into Paladin mode and he would have been like impressed and stuff and blocked most of this damage though.
That's true. Well, you could have said no. I mean,
Did say no. I told him 3, 4,
I was
5
gonna say.
times
I was
no.
gonna say, like, no was not really an easy option on the table. It would not have been an easy possibility. I mean, weirdly enough, the performance rolls theoretically could have saved you. Theoretically, but also that would not have helped in this particular situation. Okay, so. Yet another load of burns, which would be, so that's another 4, so that's another plus that. It's on the same location as well, so actually the damage that you have taken in sum total is actually 67. You're up. The damage in total that you've taken over this battle is 199, and your energy burn is now up to a plus 12 on your abdomen. However, as this is happening, Fletcher, whilst you're like wondering, actually, I have no idea where I'm going, I can't see through matter, you then feel, or at least hear, a large booming noise, and you know what direction to go to. As you do so, you see, like, you pop your head through and you can now see through some of the matter. You can see a glow as Adrian has a glowing fist stuck in her stomach. Not breaking the skin, but it is searing her chitin-like-ish flesh as the glow begins to fade. And you then just hear, you can get us out of here.
Has the fight concluded?
Well, I'd say so. They're completely unconscious.
At least they're unconscious this time. Any deep burns?
Look, I tried to hold back, but your friend didn't want to cooperate. Just get us out of here.
Understood. I shall roll for realities.
Yep.
Grab on. Things will feel weird.
Do you pass both of them through, yeah?
Yep. I have to pick up Adrian by his hand. Her hand.
Eventually,
And,
after you get through the ground and pass up, you see Fletcher come back with this guy, actually seeming not that much more worse for wear. As a matter of fact, he actually looks like, other than his kimono covered in blood and damage, he actually looks fine. Adrian, on the other hand, is slumped unconscious and has like a horrible burn on their stomach yet again.
Find them.
He's sort of like cricking his shoulders and moving himself around, trying to limber up, like.
Well, that was worthwhile, presumably.
Well, I got to see some interesting things about your friend. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm disappointed. I was hoping that the Great Paladin would actually be worth my time. Zach, you now have an option, a choice. You have to choose. Let me guess. It's me or them, right? It's you or them. Pops asked me to state that if I was disappointment in the way of which they spoke and chose you, and to defend you, then I had no choice but to give you that option. You're always welcome back, but only if you denounce them. Considering the kind of people that they are.
That's not fair. Adrian's just been recovering from a horrible injury. They weren't even fighting properly, and then you
Silence yourself!
I would do this. No, I won't. This is so unfair, and you're just being so unreasonable, and we haven't even had time to even recuperate.
Rakia, please. He has a point. So I take it that Adrian didn't even try to fight back. Barely. They wouldn't use even their knight or paladin mode. It's like they've given up. Everyone roll perception.
Oh, I know.
Fletcher, you slightly notice, because you're still holding up Adrian, and your blood runs cold when you notice something isn't quite right. Rakia, you literally see it from either side. There is no band on either of the two arms of Adrian, but there is now one on the arm of Rudder.
No.
If this is not a proof of that, I do not know what is. They're disgusting. And I don't mean because of who they are, I because of the way that they chose to act. They were a warrior once. They've lost that spirit. We have no people here that even care about where you come from or who you are, but what we do care about is conviction. So you have to choose, Zachariah. Us, the people who have housed you and trained you for the last year and a half, or them, these people who would not even try to fight for you. You're really going to ask me to give up everything here for them? Is it even a contest? Obviously, I choose my family. My real family. I'm a Crawford, as I told you before. I stand with the Queen and whoever they choose as Paladin. Well, he then sort of like sort of like spits blood from his nose. Ugh. I guess you already know the answer then. The Arachi family will not be taking your people in. Get your dirt off of the ground outside of our place. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to be having some more problems than just one downed Crawford. Oh, by the way, we just recently saw something that was quite impressive. Rakia, Talos, Fletcher. Even Miss Crawford herself. They're calling you the conquerors of a divine guardian, stating that Adrian had the power over life and death over Suzaku, known as the Immortal Bird. You defeated him in less than 30 seconds. You really think that that's not going to come back to bite you in the ass? If you're not sure what I'm...
We had a debt to repay. We had a debt to repay, and we were going to see it through.
I'm not talking about that. Those bands of yours, they record things. They've put them out of context. The other Guardians, one of them at least, you're gonna have to fight them for real to prove that you weren't just winning via fluke. Or you're gonna have to run like hell. Because I guarantee you one of them is gonna come after you soon enough. They'll see it as an insult or as a challenge.
Fine. Do you have anything else to say?
He looks at you with white hot eyes. It's a shame. I think you would have made a great Orochi.
I don't want anything to do with the stinking Orochis after now. Come on, let's go.
So long, creatures. He then, as he's walking back, he then places his hulking hand on Cloak's shoulder. By the way,
Yes.
the Shungi are not often welcome here. However, I should probably tell you. I've heard some, interesting things about the South. If you're actually a spy, then you should already know. But if not, you might want to, you might need to speak to someone about this. But apparently Tunga Shungi is making a move against one of the borders. Then removes his hand and walks away back into the gate. As then the gate slams closed, a wave of dust hits through the entire courtyard throughout in front of you. Silence breaks out.
Somebody pick up Adrian.
Don't worry, I've got her here.
Let's go to the... Where do we go?
That's actually a good point. Zachariah.
Well, we have business somewhere else now.
Sorry,
Oh?
we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone might need our help with something.
And who might that be?
Someone's making a push on one of the borders. I think we should lend our aid.
One of the... Eraser, you...
Isn't there just the north and the south?
You know what this means. If we have any part of it, the geopolitical situation, we could be in some serious trouble. We might get...
Pretty in serious trouble.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. We've seen wars before. Wars break out like this. There's no easy recovering from it. If we get involved with that, then we'll be involved in a full-scale war between two sides of an entire nation. And let's be honest, we're not exactly well prepared.
Yeah. Thought we needed to go somewhere where there are allies.
Are you ever going to enlighten us on what you mean by anything, Cloak?
Well, maybe if you follow me for a change.
But what
Fine.
But what about what Rudder said? I mean, think about it. You're from here too. You should already know about this. About what happens when a spirit guardian is challenged in a way like this. I've only heard legends from a few years ago, but it hasn't happened in the almost 2 years that I've been here. Do you know what happens when a spirit guardian is challenged in such a way?
I'm guessing it's not Ricky Victor.
It depends. Does anyone have a way that we can actually look at this footage? Perhaps whilst we're getting the hell out of here?
Oh! Alright, I'm gonna, fiddle with my band.
Okay.
Fiddle band.
I'm going to roll history to see if I can remember the part in the boat.
Okay.
That is just a flat d20.
Rakia, roll me ingenuity or history.
I'm gonna go with ingenuity.
Good.
Yeah, 12, I believe. Or is it? Yep, 12. Hold on. Oh, wow. Incredible.
Let's go.
You just slap your hand like, I'm sure this works by any means. Like, you have no idea how it works. You're just trying anything. Like, literally everything. Okay.
Great.
Right. Well, perhaps we should do something. Thatcher, let me carry my sister. I at least have super strength whilst I'm like this.
Of course. She is your sister, after all.
He takes hold of her from underneath her legs and under her back and lifts her like that. On both arms. Well, Mr. Talos or Eraser, whatever your name is, will you take us to the location that we need to go?
Well, of course.
Very well. Lead the way.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'll begin to set off in the direction that I believe we should be going.
Okay. I guess roll world knowledge or I'm going to say world knowledge. I'll say world knowledge with advantage or roll me navigation.
Yeah, most don't have navigation, so...
Okay. A nice little 13 instead of the 2 berries.
Yes, it's
Thanks.
at least functional.
So you kind of know roughly where you need to be going. You know that the borders are usually protected by either sides of either of the border patrol. It will take you around about roughly a day on foot to get there.
Okay.
With
I suppose my training ground would be near there, right?
No, your training ground is actually further away. It's actually a day, if not a day and a half's journey from here.
Okay, so we're on the other side of that, basically.
Yeah, because your training ground is in basically a small location that's away from both of the borders. It's actually known as the Gap, due to the fact that there's a town literally on the border, and it's literally no man's land in the terms of it. It is the more easiest way to get to places, but it is completely unguarded by either regions.
Okay. Well, yeah, I suppose we will head off.
To which way? The border that you were told about Tunga, or the border, or your training ground?
No, to the border.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you start heading off that way, you start getting closer and closer to the inside of the capital again. Whilst this is going on, Adriana's just saying, like, perhaps maybe we could use the medicine on Adrian.
It's not going to kill her, is it? Is it?
I don't know.
I wish I knew what to do. We just fixed her.
can you not use her powers to heal herself?
It looks as though most of the attacks were done by burns. Even if I was able to heal any of the damage from most of her wounds, a large amount of it could be due to burns rather than physical trauma.
Hey Joe, can I roll something maybe? Like perhaps insight or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, see, would it actually kill? Well, is giving her the medicine a good idea?
I guess it would be... what are you specifically trying to insight? Before you roll this, because I need to know what type of roll it is actually that you're trying to deduce.
Like, I guess it's sort of like, you know, medicine and stuff. You know, like,
So
is it was I guess an insight maybe?
I don't
or-
think it would be an insight. It would be medical or medical knowledge, which is under just either intelligence or is just flat intelligence. I think it's physical knowledge or medical knowledge or something. I think it's under intelligence.
All right, maybe just straight intelligence then. I'm gonna go straight intelligence.
Do you have any medical knowledge under intelligence?
Nope.
Okay. You don't have any D modifiers
it's all-
for it either.
I don't have any D modifiers for
Okay.
it either. Yeah, I'm
that's
just
okay.
it's all good. 14.
You're not entirely sure. The wounds and damage that Adrian's taken are nowhere near as severe as the ones that she had beforehand. There is a theoretical possibility that it could work. There is also still that driving edge that is kind of the big scary part about this, which is if it does happen to fix her too fast, it could theoretically kill her because it will just start trying to heal things continuously. But you're not sure. It would be a gamble.
Maybe we should just take her to a hospital.
After we've defeated the Suzaku, or well, you defeated the Suzaku, don't you think that they might be a little upset that you defeated their son, nephew, cousin, brother, whoever they are, who's related to whoever in that giant family of hospitals?
Well, screw them. Like, we need help, and I didn't ask. You know, they told me not to hold back, so I didn't. I didn't do anything wrong. If they're salty about it, then they could take it up with me, not Adrian.
They didn't say they didn't know about the debt, so they would know what would have been the outcome. Does it matter that we won rather than Suzaku?
I honestly don't know. Personally, I think that they would, or could be relatively good sports about it, but it depends. You see, sometimes the commentator on that show isn't exactly the most tactful. Perhaps he could have framed it in a way that actually insults Suzaku.
I guess without watching the show ourselves, we wouldn't have the foresight.
I remember doing this. Like,
Roll history, Rakia.
How did I, just banging my wrist? That's history. Okay, that's a 9.
Okay.
28.
You remember that it's based on voice code commands. As at one point you said, "Band, tell me the time," or "What is the time?" and it told you the time.
It's like, band, show us the show with the footage from the Suzaku fight.
Playing Greatest Hits by Suzaku.
Oh!
It then just opens.
Hang on, greatest hits, is that...
It then opens up, and at first it's going to play something, and then it just stops and goes, "I'm sorry, I can't find Greatest Hits by Suzaku. However, what I can find is top 10 fights. Suzaku, Guardian Spirit defeated? ?
That's it, play that.
Okay, playing Suzaku fight. It then opens up a video feed from the band, like a projector, All of you are able to see this. It shows the fight, and the commentator is going, "Oh my gosh! Only 30 seconds and was immediately defeated. I guess this Guardian isn't as powerful as they once were stating. Well, that's what is this? It seems as though a power has just fluctuated from another contestant. Adrian B. Crawford seems to have used some structure. Oh, and their blood is sprayed out everywhere. Wait, what? The brutality doesn't stop there. It seems as though their body is being it's being fixed? Well, there you have it, folks. Adrian B. Crawford, master of life and death over the bird of immortality. I guess these guardian spirits ain't as tough as they thought. Let's check out next time when we see what's happening with this crazy crew."
Fletcher just immediately face palms.
What happened? No, that was it was fixing our mistake. We were. Oh no.
I'm okay, that's a lot worse than it actually was. I'm agreeing with you, Rakia.
Is there no dignity in journalism? Is there no standards anymore? Unbelievable.
I mean, the entire world was turned in turmoil by an entirely international free-for-all combat, so probably not.
Even so, I'm shocked and appalled. This does make things harder, though.
Yep.
So, sorry to bother you again, Cloak. Do we have any way that we might be able to find something? Do you have anything? Any of your group have any way of healing Adrian?
I'm not entirely sure, but among them, I think there could be someone. And they at least will get a warm meal and maybe a roof over our heads.
Sorry, you're talking about the southern region again, aren't you?
Why?
Well, from what I know about the southern region, they don't like power users, they don't like anyone with any particular type of inclination to do with powers. They would prefer that you suppress them and never use them, and oh, that's right, they also have an issue with anyone from the northern region, especially going over through their borders. Unless if they have proof of citizenship.
Why don't we just say that when you're with me, you don't have any powers?
I mean...
Oh.
He then just, uses his hands to waft over from head to toe. Kind of a difficult one, considering I have wings on my back. Quite odd types of extremities. My skin, even though it doesn't exactly look all that waspish, is still quite chitinous. I have antennae sticking out of my forehead, and oh yes, big giveaway, as I said before, wings. And then you then have Rakia, who, let's be honest, you could possibly pass. I'm sure they probably don't have anything against Tusconians, but still, this isn't exactly going to work very well for us.
So we want to disguise, or, I think they might tolerate natural appeals if you could pass as one.
First of all, offensive. Second of all, we just got out of a situation by defining ourselves as who we are, and so you want us now to go to a location where we have to define ourselves as who we aren't.
It's pretty easy for me. I don't see why it should be difficult for you.
You don't look... Okay.
Well, can't, Adriana do the thing with her powers that made the spider go human again?
The only thing is that I could only do that whilst I was holding on to him. I'd have to hold on to Zachariah for a long period of time doing so. The concentration would be immense. Plus, if I suddenly let go, it would be kind of obvious that I was using a power.
I have somewhat of an idea. Either you could just keep holding hands and say that you're very close, or I could make the ultimate ghillie suit for him. He doesn't need to be seen at all.
I feel like this is going to go awfully. So do we...
That'll be great. It'll be like the Nully challenge, you know? just another thing to check off the list.
Does anyone else want to pitch in on why that is a terrible idea?
Okay, well... look, why don't you just follow my lead?
Adrian, roll me survival.
There we go.
Here we go. Okay. It'll be a D6. You are back up to positive 6 points of health, but you still have your injuries. It has been... I'm going to say you guys have been walking for about an hour now. You've gotten through some parts of it, but you're now hitting the actual true part of the main capital. Or at least you're about to hit the center of the capital.
Yeah.
Anyone have any particular plans they want to discuss to me beforehand?
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make I'm gonna be gathering some things for the ultimate ghillie suit, just in case.
Roll me in, I guess it would be roll me investigation.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
D20
Adrian is now
plus
waking
11.
up. Fletcher, you and Cloak notice this, as well as Zachariah. Yeah, so you start gathering up some sticks and some leaves, but that's about it for now.
Okay.
Adrian, you sort of awakened sort of softly at first, sort of in a haze. You're being carried by Zachariah.
Oh, gang, she's waking up.
Oh.
How do you feel, Adrian?
Pleasant.
Pleasant or unpleasant?
Unpleasant.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Would you prefer I continue carrying you this way, or would you prefer that I put you down?
I'd prefer to stand.
Very well. He then sort of like puts your feet back on the ground and then sort of begins to take his arms off you. You're able to carry your own weight, but your stomach does feel rather tender.
Yeah. I've had nights like that.
So,
I should
what
say
happened
mornings like
down
that.
there? What happened down in the hole?
Lost?
Yeah, but you weren't fighting like yourself. You would have normally took on a challenge with Gusto.
Yeah, why were you digging holes all over the place? You've never done that before. Like, why didn't you just, punch him?
Morta just kind of looks away at this and chewing her lip as if to try and find the correct words to say.
Adriana then just looks at you. Hey, B. I thought that you were going to actually win. To be honest, I thought I knew you were going to win. The way that you fought, they're right. You You could have beaten him. But you weren't fighting like you were. He told us that you didn't even try to use your paladin or even night mode. Like as if you wanted to get hurt. What, do you want to die or something?
Oh.
Then what is it?
I would like to discuss it privately later.
That's your request, Adrian.
No. I don't accept this.
Why is everyone being so mysterious?
I'm done with this, Adrian. I've seen enough of your fights, and I've seen enough of you getting hurt. I entrust you with everything. Don't try and... I don't know what's going on, but it seems as though you have changed ever since that you took that loss on the boat. It doesn't define you just because that you lost against him. And if you hadn't have given up so easily, you would have defeated him. I know you would have. But perhaps if you're willing to give up, why should I continue? You can't even answer me. She then walks over off to Eraser. Let's go. We'll figure out something along the way. She walks beside Cloak.
Adrian?
Adrian's going to be the one to hang to the back, wanting just to get left alone with their thoughts. Purposely doing so.
As you guys continue your walk, you eventually get through to the part of the actual true capital. Lights all over the place as it is now beginning to go it's beginning to go dark as the sun is beginning to set properly. You perhaps may have about an hour left before the sun is entirely gone. Overhead, as well as throughout the place, you then see large holographic pink projections everywhere, showing of all of the different fights throughout the world. As you're going along, you're seeing people in all sorts of different gear similar to the gear that you've seen before, such as the kimonos, even armor, general ordinary Western as well as Eastern types of cultures, regardless of whether or not it's from this particular location or from this era. You see all sorts of different things, including a couple of different people dressed similarly, but not identically, to Cloak. As you're seeing all of this kind of stuff happen, you're seeing them watch these giant floating holographic screens that are being projected by floating pink orbs, as well as golden orbs with pink circuitry lines all across them.
Ooh. Shiny.
As you're going ahead, does anyone wish to do anything, or do they wish to just continue on forward?
I'm just trying to make sure we're not drawing any unnecessary attention to ourselves.
I guess everyone rolls stealth?
Yep. I'm gonna be good at this. I'm not that good at it, but oh no.
Nope.
That's
You've made a mistake.
This is going well.
Okay, Fletcher, accidental or purposeful? It's up to you.
Accidental.
Okay. I thought that it would have been much funnier if it was purposeful, but fair enough. As you guys are trying to go around and stuff like that, Adrian, you sort of tail behind. As you said, Fletcher, you're sort of nearer to Adrian than everyone else. Everyone else is trying to be like a lot more stealthier. Since Adriana and Zachariah are beside Cloak and Rakia respectively, those two are sort of almost disappearing alongside their respective partners. However, you look back, Fletcher, to see Adrian, and then immediately you stumble over someone's, some kind of cart, as it breaks open, and you then fall over onto this, you fall over this thing that just bumps off of the cart. You then stand on it, which seems to be an orb of some sort. You fly over, and immediately a bunch of these green orbs just fly on over to you and smash into you as you slam into the ground, as they all just fall over to you as an avalanche of green. As you see this, Adrian, you sort of begin looking over as you're hunched over, leaning over this pile of greenery, as you then just hear a guy go, "My cabbages!"
There we go.
I saw that coming.
As I will now roll a D100.
Adrian's going to again helping grab the loose cabbages.
There are only a couple of people that actually see this happen, thankfully. But Adrian, you say you pick them up. Do you try to put them back in the cart, or do you actually try and just steal them?
I mean, I'm going to probably do that and then fix the cart.
Okay.
I knew it was coming, and you know you had to do it.
Look, and before anyone kills me, yes, I know that this isn't exactly the exact perfect location for this, but I had to have a reference of it somewhere.
I don't care, it's perfect. We had to get one in. We had to get one Avatar reference.
So, okay,
I'm actually glad it was me.
Adrian, you fix the cart, and obviously you start putting them away. Some people notice you, but they actually just go back to watching the screens. They're actually too busy with that. Eventually, enough of them come off, and Fletcher, you're able to stand back up. The guy is annoyed, but he goes, "Well, at least you helped me, I guess. Be careful next time."
Sorry, I will pay attention to the way I'm walking.
Just get out of here.
Okay, sorry.
Ugh. As I hurry away to try and catch up with the others.
As you guys,
I don't suppose there's any netting being sold anywhere, or any fibrous materials.
You did not specify that you wanted to have a look around. You just said that you wanted to just stealth on by. So
Oh well,
you guys
never
are already
mind.
out of the way.
Okay, next time.
Hey, we didn't know there was a market, apparently.
I mean, as I said, it was in the center of the capital. So there's all sorts
I
of stuff.
assume I also noticed the cabbage incident.
I
You
guess
saw nothing.
I guess the two of you, Rakia and Cloak, you can roll perception to see if you notice it.
Okay.
Please no.
Yes, sorry.
I'm gonna have to
Rakia sees all.
I'm gonna have to say a minimum of 15.
Two berries.
No, none of them saw it, and that's how we're gonna keep it. You eventually catch up to the rest of the group as you guys are now in sort of behind a large building in an alleyway sort of thing. It's light is not really touching it, but there is enough sort of light left for you to see. So it's not like in the view of all of the citizens. As you now finally catch up, you're ready to start heading off a little bit more into the woods, which is where the border is. Cloak, you know that this will take around about maybe 16 hours straight walking to do so. It is getting rather late.
Well, I guess we better find an inn.
Roll world knowledge, and I'll also roll Zachariah's world knowledge. Which I think is Based on his wisdom, which I cannot fully remember what it is off by heart. It is +1. You know roughly where an inn is as you head off towards it. You eventually get to the location. It is just on the edge between the edge of the city, sort of like what is the main sort of city, and just sort of the actual edge of the beginning of the trail, as it is called, Edge of the Trail Inn.
Ah, yes.
Do you go in?
You familiar?
Yeah, I will lead the gang in.
You see a rather elderly woman just sat there going, "Welcome, come on in, come on in. We have many rooms left. What can I do for you? Perhaps you'd like a room, or just simply a nice cup of tea?"
Ooh, can we have both?
I think we'll need several rooms.
Okay, dear. Now just to remind folk, I noticed that some of you have those pesky little bands on your arms. We don't ask for much trouble here. Please know that if you do try to cause any harm to any of the other people here, or any ruckus or property damage, we will have to ask you to leave.
That's understandable. You don't have to worry about us. We don't tend to cause trouble. Trouble just tends to follow us.
Good. Now, as for your payment, how many rooms is it that you're going to ask for?
Well...
7?
No, we
I mean-
we don't need a room for every person.
Yeah, I can always share with Fletcher like I usually do, and Adrian and Adriana can share one. You could bunk with... You, Eraser, could bunk with Zachariah. Is that everybody?
Yes, it is, Rakia.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, sorted.
So, 3 rooms. That will come up to... That will come up to about 3 gold.
Right. Do you accept card? And I put the star card on the table. Or, I also have coin. I also have points. And I present my arm.
I'm sorry, but your currency here is not worth working out. We don't take stars, nor do we take the coins of stars, so the cards are actually quite pointless. As for the change, I'm afraid that's also a problem. But as for your points, I guess we could come to a bargain. We use silver and gold. A single one of gold is about 100 silver, so that would be 300 to your points.
That sounds like a good change.
Step forward.
Okay.
Adrian, sorry, did you say that you wanted to step forward?
But before he explained what the price was, never mind.
Okay.
I'm going to step up and suggest I could help work it off. I'm a builder. You can always use
do you
builders.
still do that?
I know you've
You can
already
do
said
that.
it, so no.
Okay. Well, in that case, we do have a way of transferring your points. Thankfully, most of us were given these by the great man known as Stilton Maximilian.
Ugh. Okay.
She then grabs this weird chunky metal and crystallic device. It looks like as if it's got like quartz all over it, but it's still made out of metal. It looks like a weird barcode scanner. Please, place your hand down on here, onto the table.
I do so.
She then scans it, and she then says, 300 points. Are you agreeing to this?
I agree.
Very well. as she scans it up and down your arm, after you agree, when she passes it down your arm, the points go from, is it 3-9? Something?
3972.
3672.
Perfect. Right.
Thank you very much. Here are the keys to your little rooms. Yours is number 1, yours is 3, and yours is 7.
Ooh, lucky.
Get some
Lucky
rest.
number 7. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Okay, so we get some rest, perhaps see if we can buy some supplies, and then head on out the next morning.
Sounds like a plan.
Fair enough.
Can we still get the tea?
We could always get it in the morning rather than tonight.
Oh yes. Also, I need to, before bed, I'd like to do some things to you, Fletcher.
More training again,
Both Adriana and Zachariah, just stop, close their eyes, and just do that meme of the guy who closes his eyes, opens them, and just turns around. Like, both of them are in synchronicity. Just say, "I'm sorry, what?"
I'm afraid so, Fletcher.
Adrian sees nothing wrong with this. They are sensei and teacher. They're probably going to do some more training.
I could definitely use the workout.
Me too. I think, I won't be tired until we get it done.
Zachariah then immediately turns back round to Cloak and just says, "I'm not going to ask, but I don't want whatever she's asking for." And he immediately takes the key and walks away.
Just don't make a mess or scuff up the floor.
Look, it's not going to be like last time, don't
I'm less
worry.
worried about scuffs and more about stains. Come on, Adrian.
Stains?
Yeah, what a weird thing to say. I don't make you bleed.
Not since back in the swamp. You did ride me a little hard, that one.
Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't very careful.
Okay, moving on.
Right.
Moving on.
You know, they work hard and they play hard.
One more.
Okay,
and I just,
one more.
tap him on the shoulder and say, "We'll use protection this time."
Oh, good.
All right. Moving on. Okay, so Rakia and Fletcher, I'll ask, what is the particular type of training that you guys are currently doing?
Well, I'm going to teach him the thing I've been wanting to teach him for a while.
Uh-oh.
Get your minds out the gutter. I want to teach him sensory snapback, which is my level 8 ability in Survivalist.
Okay.
In which you get 20 plus to survival, and when you're unconscious or in fatal moments, if the user is about to be attacked or, harmed in some way, they can awaken or get out of fatal moments without having to roll Constitution.
Okay.
Now this takes a lot of lying down on the floor, getting Fletcher into a sort of a lucid dream state, and then almost basically just not like hard karate chopping him, just like
almost attacking him. So in other words, what we're hearing is, okay, lie down, and I'm gonna try and hit you in the face with it.
Yeah.
All right, just make sure that you don't hit me too hard. The last time that this happened, my cheeks were red for a few days.
Even better would be just sort of like just going like, going like, ow, ow, ow.
Last time I got splinters in a very uncomfortable place.
So,
it's like, come on, harder.
Okay. Moving on. So,
yeah, all right. How do I do this?
what's the roll
Well, I mean, I
requirement?
don't know how I do this.
What's the roll requirement
roll
of this ability? 20 plus, did you say?
20 plus. 20
Okay.
plus in survivalist, yeah.
Roll me survivalist.
Okie
Okay.
dokie.
Oh,
And-
actually, can I use my practice on this to teach him? Or
yes, you can. So roll that, and then if you get the roll requirement, he's allowed to roll normally 5 times. If you get under it, he has to roll disadvantage 5 times, and if you get one increment above it, oh dear.
thank God, I rolled advantage. 2 berries.
Fletcher,
God damn
you now have to roll 5 times with disadvantage. If you succeed all 5 times, you get it. So you now need to get.
Is it just flat?
Do you
or
have?
do I
Do you
roll
have the
survivalist?
survivalist? Do you have survivalist?
Yes, I do. Thanks to the previous time Rakia taught me Dirt Nap.
What level is it?
Ah.
It is at 5. I've been putting a few points into it here and there.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. So roll a d20 plus 5 twice. 2d10, 2d20s plus 5 times. Whilst that's going on,
Fuck.
Cloak, is there anything that you want to do? That's a natural one. I'm afraid you're not allowed to roll any further.
That was what.
You specifically cannot learn this technique.
Oh
Aww.
no!
Yep,
Oh,
moving on.
that's a shame.
Right. It's just not
Whack me
clicking.
and I go
It's not
unconscious.
clicking,
Really.
and it's not clicking. And the worst thing is that at this point, it's kind of come to this conclusion that it's maybe you're just not able to learn this technique. As you now go on to Cloak, is there anything that you specifically need or want to do? Maybe discuss with Zachariah, or even do on your own?
Yeah, I'll talk with Zachariah for a bit.
Okay. So the both of you obviously have 2 separate beds either side of the room. The room is entirely pretty much made out of wood, but the beds are just like tiny little like futon like things on the floor.
Yeah. Is there like a way to make tea in the room, or do we have to order that?
You'd have to order it.
Okay. Can I try and order us some tea to drink? I want some oolong tea.
Perhaps you might want to go speak to the clerk. I'm probably just going to call it tonight, to be honest.
You're gonna go to sleep already?
I mean, it is rather late, and if we need to get up as soon as possible, one of those guardians is going to come after us. You know what happens.
If you really think so, there's not much sense in worrying about it.
If they catch up with us, do you think that we could beat them?
Depends who.
Well, since we're obviously dancing around it, Kozuki, Seryu.
Okay, well, which one do you think is actually the most likely to chase us down?
Based on the way that they spoke to us, it would make more sense that he's after us than anyone else. I heard that Master Hornet was already on his way to the border. Not the one that we're going to, but I heard that he was on duty there, and he was heading off to deal with a skirmish between one of the current generals of the opposite side. But, if it is Kozuki, I don't think we have a chance.
Chance at all? Or,
Well, let's look at it this way. We either have Redoran, which, if he does come after us, at least you guys have fought him before, and let's be honest, if you did challenge him, at least this will all be over. But
he wouldn't come after us anyway.
are you sure? After the way that they spoke, I'm surprised that he hasn't already tried to kill us. Or at the very least, settle the score. Besides, at least if he did
anyone
fight
with
us...
half a brain doesn't exactly listen to the news around it.
But this is exactly why I'm concerned. It's less about whether or not it's real, it's about the fact that it's the insult. Whether or not it's fact or not, fact or false, it's still a blemish. So, nevertheless, one of them is coming after us.
Would you rather fight them, or go to great lengths to perhaps, I don't know, make it seem as though the footage is doctored and that this guy's been manipulating information?
Let's be honest. We already know that that footage is not doctored. We just know that the commentator wasn't giving all of the entire feedback. He was putting his own artistic spin on it. He uses air quotes when he uses artistic spin. It doesn't matter how he interpreted it. It's still an insult. Although...
Well, we know it wasn't doctored, but then again, who else actually saw us in the room?
True. That's exactly the issue. Also, I think it would possibly be better for us to, at the very least, attempt to run rather than fight, but there could be a possibility of us fighting. At the very least, if we did fight Suzaku, then he might bring us back if he kills us. I mean, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy to just kill us and just leave us dead. Especially considering he even seemed fine with the whole situation when you guys left. I mean, I don't know. What's your deal, anyway?
What do you mean, my deal?
You're a member of the Shungi clan. I've heard of your people. Suzaku called you that. And don't think that I didn't hear what he said. Rudder spoke to you. I didn't hear much words, but I heard Shungi and Tunga. Are you one of them?
Yeah.
I understand only one thing about the Shungi, and that's that they make a vow. They claim that their name is something that they promise. So, what is the vow that you have promised?
Well, pretty simple. It's a vow of vengeance.
Vengeance? Against?
I'm gonna let you figure that one out. It's not too hard.
I'm going to roll an intelligence to see if he actually figures that out, and see if it is not that hard.
Hard.
I've heard some of you call yourself Eraser, others call you Cloak, and you stated that your name is Talos due to intimidation. So, what? Is your vow of vengeance to kill anyone who has a cloak?
No. Doesn't really make much sense. I thought you said you'd heard of our clan.
I've heard of your clan, yes. But I still don't understand. Which is your vow name? Is it Eraser, Cloak, or Talos?
Well, Cloak and Eraser are just names that people give me.
Oh. So, there's someone called Talos, who you want to kill.
Heard of Talos?
I will roll a world knowledge. No. It doesn't ring any bells to me, I'm sorry. Who is he? To you, I mean.
Pretty fearsome, I would say. Have you not heard of, what is it called, like the incident that happened in the center? Is there a name for it?
The first
I assume there is.
disaster. It was called the first disaster of Avarice City, considering that they were called the natural disasters.
Oh, okay. Harvest may not ring a bell, but what about the natural disasters or the first disaster?
Nope. I'll do the natural disaster. I'll do also the first disaster. I'll see. Okay, he's heard. He's heard of the first disaster. I think so. Something about a museum. It was the superhero and villain museum or something. It was destroyed, wasn't it?
It was pretty much erased, yes.
Right. But what does that have anything to do with Talos?
Well, Talos didn't care much for mortal beings. I think he was something of a... Well, I'm not sure he was even alive himself, from what I've heard. Some kind of abomination, an experiment. Would have... Yes. Anyhow, him and a group of other villains decided to attack a museum for no apparent reason. I don't know if it was actually Carlos' decision or someone else. But I think he used it as a way to display his power. He could have let people go. There was no one in the museum. No one that threatened him, at least. Especially not the security guard outside.
Right.
Well, from what I understand, he needed the keys to get in, even though, realistically, he didn't. So he, presumably crushed the security guard flat and took the keys from him.
I'm going to just quickly roll an insight. He doesn't know where you're going with this, but he's still listening.
Anyway, a little while after that, Carlos had, what was it? Did he even slay the Fire Dragon and the Earth Dragon? Two great heroes, anyway. Well, that's what Iris City called them. I'm not really sure who they were, but they were pretty powerful. After that, he aided in great calamity that resulted in the world that we have today. Pretty disastrous. After a while, I think it was, I'm not sure, maybe 10 years ago or so, the son of that security guard went out to go and find Talos. He thought that he could perhaps attack him. I'm not really sure. Talos didn't even notice him, and he was caught in a stray attack. Wounded pretty badly, but he made it out, and terrified of this abomination, he ran away. That man had a child, and that child is who sits before you today.
So, you're telling me that you're the grandson of the security guard who he killed all those years ago? Your family is bathed in their own blood due to the folly that he creates. You are a child of vengeance who seeks out the death of the man who wronged your family.
Indeed he did.
I'm assuming that the others don't know?
I didn't see any reason to tell them, but I could tell from your earlier actions I should perhaps respect you as you respect your family.
Thank you. You know what?
I think we have a few things in common.
I think you're right. Perhaps we should have that tea. I'm thinking of a little moonrose myself, but oolong is also good.
Well, I'll get to ordering that tea then.
Very well. We now come to Adrian and Adriana. Adriana has just got into the room. She has not spoken to you, a single word, and she just, lays on the bed, face first, into the pillow.
I will give her a couple of minutes, and I will attempt to fix my clothing as best I can, if I can.
You can fix it, but you still won't be able to have it where there's anything for your middle part, because that is just straight up gone.
Okay.
You still have your backpack, which, by the way, Adriana has had on her back this entire day. Which has, obviously, all of your gear and equipment and weaponry.
I shall attempt to take it from her. How is it attached, can I ask?
No, she has put it down on the side of her, to the side of her bed. So it's not attached to her anymore.
Okay. I will reclaim it. And sit down on my bed and wait for her to either move or see what she does.
She ruffles to the side, but so that she is not looking at you. She is looking at the wall.
Okay. How would you start a conversation like this? Like, if it's genuinely awkward.
Look, here's the shovel, and you've already been digging without it, mate. So you've got it. You've got it. So
Yeah.
The shovel is in your court.
the shovel is in your court. Start digging, or should I say, finish digging?
I know your ability is structure and digging holes, but damn.
Damn.
Oh. Her eye seems strong.
She still says nothing. Not even a move.
In fact, he's been trained to be a fighter.
Still nothing.
You were saying earlier why I've changed as such. At the time I didn't want to say it, but I think it's time to say it. When I was dying, I realized something. I'm a failure as a warrior.
She sits up and turns around.
And as a protector, I am worse. Every plan I have had has led you only into more and more danger. This tournament is... well, it's come out, as you can see. I've tried to fight for people's honors and failed terribly. I've died once, and almost killed on a number of times, and I had the gall to tend to be a paladin. And it seems decided to give it. Because now we are not alone. There is an actual paladin amidst us.
What are you talking about?
I'm a builder. I always have been. It's what I am meant to be. It's what I was made to be. When there was just you and me, I had to be a fighter. I had to be.
So you're saying
no
it's
other.
my fault then? That you're led this way? That you're a fighter?
I was a fighter because there was no... So I had to protect you. I will always protect you no matter what. No longer can I pretend I'm any good at it. I'm worthy of the title of Paladin. And Adrian takes the sword out. And I think today, found who really should be your protector. Who really can look after you.
She stands up. You then notice that her body shifts in a certain way. You can tell that her body is now turning into her wasp hybrid, her skin getting thicker and suddenly gaining the joints. She then goes to strike you in the face.
Okay.
Roll me anything if you wish to dodge, I guess. Adrian?
You hear me?
Yeah. Roll for any reaction if you wish to dodge.
I said I'm not going to dodge.
Okay, no, we didn't hear that. Okay. No, you get hit in the face by what actually sounds like a sonic slap. Like, you take what a bit of damage. I have to just have a look at this. It is... I think it's... No, that's not it. Yeah. Okay, so you take 4 points of damage, so not a lot. But it definitely freaking hurts. As you hear... just echoing throughout the entire hallway. How
What was that noise?
dare you? You would belittle your own brother's coronation? For what? You think that I want you to be seeing yourself this way? You say that. Oh, I have to protect you because I want to protect you because you're my sister. Of course I have to protect you. Why do you make it sound like as if it's such a chore, Adrian? I have no idea what is going through your head sometimes, and when you say that, it makes it sound like as if you're blaming me. Fine, okay? I'm not as strong as Mom. I'm not even as strong as any of the others. I'm possibly one of the weakest. I know that you need to protect me, and I know that perhaps Zachariah could. But if you looked into his eyes and even listened to a single word he said earlier, you'd know that if he took that blade, he would snap it in front of you. He doesn't want your hand-me-down. He wants your approval. He wants to be as good as you. He wants to be better than you. And he can't be that way if you're gonna give up. That arm on your band is gone. For the exact same reason. And you would say this to me. I don't want the sword, Adrian. I don't want anything from you. I just wanted my sister to know that she didn't have to do anything.
I didn't think of it as a chore. It was a privilege.
Clearly not.
I wanted to do.
Adrian, you reached a point of the capability
I can't.
that warriors in our clan did. What, you cheapened their image? There were fighters that were trying to get to even the level of Paladin, and they couldn't. Over years, decades of struggle and conquest, and none of them got to it. And you were able to do that. And you just turn your back on it.
Not worthy of it is what it is. I've used it. I've proved myself unworthy of it in every instance.
I can't believe it, but that man was right. There is something about you that has changed. Adrian, you might be given the power to construct and build things, but you're not a builder, you're a fighter. You're my soldier, my knight, my paladin. I won't take no for an answer. And I know for a fact that Zachariah would not take this position because that you gave it to him. So if you want my protector to be worthy and strong, then either get stronger or teach the next one. But don't come crying to me and say that you're not worthy when I have seen more than enough proof that you are. The fact that you even would say this to me proves it to me more, and that angers me the most. I'm done with this. She then storms out of the room, slams the door behind you, as there's just a crack in the wall after she slams the door.
Adrian is going to lay the sword out on the bed and go over and fix the crack in the wall.
Fair enough.
Oh, jeez.
Rakia and Fletcher, as well as Cloak and Zachariah, you guys have been hearing this. You bring the tea back, like you're balancing it, Cloak. You bring the tea back, as you see Adriana walking out of her room, like after she just slammed the door. She then goes, "Oh, Cloak, can I stay in your room tonight?"
Why?
I can't be around Adrian right now.
Well, could be a bit worrying, but
Even if I have to sleep on the floor, it'd be a million times more comfortable than being in that room right now.
fine, but I hope you like tea.
Sure, fine. Do you want me to carry it?
You go ahead.
She, either she opens the door for you, depending on whether or not you give her the tea, or she obviously waits for you to open the door if you have given her the tea.
I will give her the tea and open the door.
Fair enough. When she walks in, Zachariah looks rather pleased to see her, but also then confused as to why she's there. She then explains the fight that actually just happened between the two of them and exactly what Adrian had said. Whilst she says this, she is in tears. Zachariah says nothing and waits for her to finish. As when she does do so, she then ends the conversation with, or ends the story with, and that's when I slammed the door and, well, saw Cloak. Well, that's, interesting.
Adrian can be quite emotional.
I wouldn't really know too much myself. I mean, I know a bit about my siblings, considering I grew up with them up to the point I was 16, but I actually don't know all the intricate situations that have gone on over the last 2.5 years. Did Adrian really want to get rid of the sword? Yes. She did. I told her that you wouldn't want it from a hand-me-down. I don't want the paladin rank if it means that I'm not worthy of it. I don't want it if it means that I have to fight for someone for it. I want it because that I can prove myself, but I don't want it if it means that it's going to cause a rift in the family. There's only the three of us left. You said it yourself, we can create our own traditions. If that means that there's no such thing as the paladin rank, then I'm all for it. Destroy the old hive, because it's already been destroyed. Create our own norm. If Adrian doesn't want to be a fighter anymore, I don't know what else to say. What do you think, Cloak? After all, you spent possibly the most amount of time out of the three of us with her during the time of this tournament.
Oh, she can be pretty crazy at times and put themselves and us in a lot of danger. I've got a lot of family issues myself, and I don't see any problem with starting something anew after perhaps you've destroyed the root cause of the problem.
But that's the thing, I don't know what the root cause is. Is it the way that the hive was, or is it something that happened to it? Or is it the whole system?
Well, was everything fine and dandy before that mass genocide?
I don't know. I don't really know myself. Personally, I think that it was broken. But the thing is, I couldn't see it until about a year after. As a matter of fact, Master Hornet was the one who taught me that the way that the Crawford family's society was blocking up possibility and potential. I mean, perhaps maybe we should start with a new set of rules. First of all, the powers do not define us. It's how we use them and how we create our own path. Second, neither should gender. It was a warrior race, but it was only a female warrior race. The males were put to work in scouts. Perhaps having that of equal terms might change something. But only if they're ready and capable and wish to do so. Creating a better society for all who live in it. That's my opinion, anyway. I don't know, maybe that could work, but maybe for another time. I think you're right though, Zachariah, and Cloak. Things need to change. The old hive of ways are not going to be the thing that helps us. I just can't look at her right now. She's not my sister. She's become something else. She's changing because of the traditions. She thinks that she's weak, that she can't defend me, that every time that she has ever gotten into trouble, it put me in worse danger. But this is a dangerous situation that we're all in. What, am I supposed to be angry at her? That she's being herself? And that she's doing the one thing that she was trained to do? I don't know. Anyway, enough about me being all sad and mopey. We should probably get some rest, considering that the Guardians might be after us tomorrow.
Agreed.
I'll sleep here. Why don't you take my bed? Look, I've been sleeping on Roughing It many times during border patrol and other things. I don't mind sleeping on the floor. After all, my chitin pretty much makes anything almost cozy, so I'm fine with it. Besides, it's rather a warm night. So it probably would be best that I don't have any of the covers on. Adriana accepts this and she sleeps on the futon bed. He then sleeps on the floor and obviously Cloak. If you wish to, you can then sleep on your futon bed, unless if you have anything else to do.
Maybe I'll have a quick meditation sesh before I go to sleep, but yeah.
Fair enough. How long for?
What's the time?
It's about 10 p.m.
Maybe until midnight.
Okay. I guess roll me 2 mind checks, I guess. Either just willpower or actual mind.
Oh, okay, I'll just...
I thought it was this one. Yep.
14 and 12, that's something.
Yep, 2 successes, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Rakia and Fletcher, is there anything else that you guys do? I mean, you've spent about an hour trying to do that, so it's now 10 for you guys.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Fletcher for like the. I mean, that was after the bang. I think that the bang as well has sort of put us off a bit. You know, like. No, can I roll something? I would like to roll 2 different willpowers, like I did during that emotional moment with Fletcher.
Okay, so yeah, go for it and tell me the purpose of it.
Yeah. The purpose, really, is to see whether I go into Adrian's room
Okay.
and check on her.
So the first roll is
For Vice,
okay.
Envy. Oh dear.
Second
That's no
one
good.
is then the virtue of kindness.
Yep.
Okay.
-2. Nope. Nope,
Okay.
not
Makes
happening.
sense.
Too much action is happening here. Can't be bothered.
It's for other reasons as well, but it's like, sorry, Adrian, you're not getting a visit tonight.
Can I ask, are we on the top floor?
There are only 2 floors: the ground floor and the floor above. You're on the floor above.
I'll do a little role play with Fletcher instead.
Okay.
Get your minds out of the gutter, everyone. It's going to be role playing wholesomeness.
So I've got these whips,
Yes.
and I need
So
to
that's how
stress
you
test
train
them.
for proficiency.
Oh my gosh, it is sexterity. Sorry, go on.
Sex reason.
No, I just don't think it's going to work, Fletcher. I could try.
Sorry,
I could try another I could try another technique, if you're so inclined. I know it's been a
think
very
it's just-
tiring day.
Yeah, it's just been an overall bad mood day, so I think that's just what's causing it to not click. I think we should try another time. Maybe something different.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's some good news anyway.
At least we have
We won't have.
Adrian back to normal,
Okay.
I guess. Not dying.
Actually, I was going to say it's good we don't have Adrian back to normal.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to rely on her collective points. And she's no longer a contestant, so we won't have to fight her. And
That is
without her being, a threat, we can open up our vantage for winning.
Looks like it's done a big clean sweep for you, Rack.
Oh, that's nice of you to say. Still, kind of a bummer it had to come at the expense of her mental health. But
True.
still, these things happen. I mean,
Do you
she's
think she'll
honestly had
actually
all of the
stay with us?
advantages. Well, she won't exactly be any good to us if she can't do anything. But I hope she does. I mean, well, she's a... Ugh, never mind. I mean, sure, she's a good friend and everything, but, it's her own business, and she's had every single privilege that's been afforded to her, and, well, at least now she won't be dying anymore, so... Am I a
Feels like
bad
it is.
person? Am I a
No,
bad person
no.
for thinking that?
No. I think this is a battle that only she can fight. We just need to support her in any way we can.
Well... Okay.
She'll come to
I'm
us
gonna-
when she needs it.
Okay. Sometimes you're the teacher, Fletcher.
I've seen a lot in my travels. The good, the bad, and everything in between. But with you, I at least see a glimmer of hope.
Aww. I'm gonna read for a bit before we go to bed. Is that okay?
Sure, I'm pretty tired.
All right.
Okay, so
Sweet dreams, student.
Good night, Sensei.
so for brevity's sake, we'll talk about what you're reading later. But
Yeah.
Rakia, well, we'll go through it. Is it one book or is it multiple books?
I think it'll be multiple books, just two, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll go through those later. So you'll have 1 hour per book, and we'll get into those later. You eventually fall asleep as well after Fletcher, a couple of hours after. Adrian, how long do you stay up for?
Probably, I think Adrian at this point would have climbed up onto the roof and just kind of sat under the stars for a bit.
Okay.
Maybe done one apostle thing, just praying that her sister will see she sees about herself.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to roll me a disadvantage on this one. So it's willpower disadvantage.
Ooh,
Ooh, okay.
strong conviction.
That is indeed strong conviction indeed. Okay.
That count as 2 points or just 1 point?
That does count as 1 point, but I think that's your final point that you need anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just sit there and you sort of meditate, if not sort of say a little prayer to yourself. Sit there up. Do you any particular words that you say out loud?
Probably, if I would be out loud, probably just be like to myself
Okay.
internally, and then after that, just kind of figure out my life at this point. Pretty much just have a mini existential crisis for an hour or so before going to bed.
Fair enough.
As one does.
Whilst you're praying, one of the things just at the end of your prayer, you see an image of a woman. You feel like you recognise her, but you're not too sure. Definitely a wasp hybrid female. She seems to be dressed in a beautiful gown, and she seems to have some kind of royal jewellery on, but no crown or anything like that. She also seems to have a scepter. You see this picture, and you just hear your name, Hadrian, and that's all. Just a weird flash, might have been a memory, not too sure. You feel like you've seen it before, but something in your mind won't let you think of it too clearly.
It's definitely not Adriana or me or anyone that looks like us.
You can roll a history to try and think if you can remember seeing this person before.
I think my history. What is my history? Oh, good. I have nothing in history.
It's sort of coming back to you. You're remembering it roughly. It's an image of your mother. And it's sort of a memory of her. She wasn't wearing the crown at the time. It's a memory of around about basically 12 years ago. And she was pretty much telling you about the clan and the importance of everyone, and that everyone has their own place in the hive, and that no matter what, they always have to trust the rule of the queen. And that's pretty much the only thing that you can remember from the memory.
You just cry for a bit, considering I forgot what my mother looked like.
Okay.
That's, anyone would cry if they forgot what their mother looked like and then saw their mother.
Rakia, we now come to you as you are in a dream state. You feel this weird fog of hazy and dizziness take over your body. So you feel sort of numb, and yet you feel like you're falling. You then hear a voice. My child. My child. Rakia. The fog and the haze disappears. You clench your hands carefully as you then judder awake. It is the next morning, and that is where we shall end this session.
Looks like neither of us got sleep.
I thank you very much for everyone who is listening to this episode. Thank you very much. I will make sure to pop this on as soon as possible. And well, this has been the 20th episode of the Crucible of Avarice campaign. If you enjoyed
so much drama! So much drama!
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the Animite YouTube channel, as we do more content like this, as well as all sorts of different podcasts based on tabletop RPGs, as well as whatever we do during these sessions. So thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful night.
Bye!
Bye.
Take care.
Bye!